not on?
Yeah, we were on the wrong one. Now we're getting there.
Okay.
Welcome now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hood alongside Ryan Bertini. Apologize for some of the technical difficulties there. We had some trouble getting on, then we ended up on the wrong channel. But now we are here with you here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. 8-player District 10 action. Just had a big, exciting play there, about a 36-yard play action toss there from Grant Whitehead down to Michael Hensley for the first score for East Mills to knot us up here at 6-6 here with 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. So now, after that is a fail. They're on the 2-point try, though. So, Brian, let's do this one more time here. Let's give the people a little recap here.
All right. Well, we're just approaching into the first quarter, 6-6, but it started. Sidney won the toss, elected to defer to take the ball second half. They kicked off. The Wolverines got the ball on their own 33. First play from scrimmage, Zach Thornburg went 47 yards untouched, 6-0. Looked like the Wolverines were on a roll. They went for two. Thornburg was injured on the 2-point conversion, Ethan. They took him off the field. He has not returned, and I don't think he's going to. Sidney then marched down, didn't get anything out of possession, went deep into the Wolverines' territory. Fourth down failed. The teams have punted. They trade punts, and then Sidney on a 3rd and about 9 got a long pass from Whitehead to Hensley, 35-yard touchdown pass. Extra points no good as well. That's where we put it in 6-6. So both teams courtesy the points with a big play. And we're knotted, as you mentioned here. 6-6 here on this interesting night already.
So now Sidney will get set to kick this one off. Ryland Behrens, freshman, set to boot this one away. And it's a little squibby here, maybe looking for trying to get an onside there, but East Mills will recover it safely here just inside the 25.
Well taken,
and they'll spot it by the 25 here, where the East Mills offense now will come back out on the field.
Right down to number 3, Gabe Johnson. Ball marked on the 25-yard line.
First for this East Mills offense. As Brian mentioned, Zach Thornburg exited it this game earlier, so now it's Caleb Urban who's been taking the snaps under center here for the Wolverines. Also on that offensive line, Lane Maston, Cooper Hagan, Sheldon Vandenberg, and also Jack Gordon, Jerry Brodigan, and Jackson Embry also out there in those skill positions for the Wolverines. Now they come out here 1st and 10 here from their own 25. Shotgun look here for Urban, takes the snap, dropping back, looking to throw under some pressure here, trying to get away. He's not going to get away. Hensley as Mason Doble getting back there. Maybe credit Doble with that one coming up there from his defensive tackle spot.
And I think what will happen as this game progresses this season, Coach Schaefer will realize, okay, I got a different quarterback. I'm going to have to look at some of the play calls. They're going to, where can we utilize Caleb Urban? How can we get the ball to our playmakers, Jackson Embry and guys like that on the outside? So it'll take some adjustment. And, quarter breaks are good times for them to kind of repool and talk to us coaches a little bit. And Justin, right now, he just wants to keep this game fairly close until they can kind of settle in.
Clock will hit. Lather's going to hit 0 here. That will bring us here to the end of the first quarter here. So again, knotted up here at 6-6 here in this 8-player District 10 action here tonight between the East Mills Wolverines and Sidney Cowboys. We'll step aside quick 30 seconds. We'll have the second quarter of action coming up after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
When people ask me what my dad does, I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, "I'll get that done for you." But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. You can do it alongside Ryan Bertini here tonight for this Class 8 Player District 10 action here in Week 2 of the high school football season. And Ryan, it's been a Exciting match so far, and obviously right now both these teams looking pretty evenly matched here at the moment, added up at 6.
Yeah, and of course without Zach Thornburg, the quarterback, who's kind of the guy that stirs the drink of this Wolverine offense, Coach Schaefer now going to have to kind of tweak it. You know, it's a domino effect, Ethan, because it moves players. You know, Urban now, who's going to be receiver, you know, on the ball, getting the ball, is now the guy that's going to have to deliver the ball. But this Wolverine has a plug-and-play system right now. They're going to fill in nice, and the Cowboys going to utilize their size with Whitehead and Hensley. So, yeah, this is kind of what we thought it might be. We're knotted up here. Should be a good second quarter here.
Long second down now here for East Mills after the sack. And now Urban's looked like he's going to get a hard count there against a couple of Cowboys. Mason Doble last play came up with the big sack, so now we'll get the offsides there against Sidney and move them up 5 yards just shy of here of the original line of scrimmage for this about 2nd and 11 now coming up. Couple of new defensive coordinators for both of these squads on Sidney's side. The country takes over the helm. Of course, under the head coach guidance of Sean Thompson in his second year for this Cowboys team. Also, of course, back an 8 player this year for the first time in a few years, looking to try to bounce back from a tough tenure in 11-man. Now pass complete here from Urban to Embry on the near side. Called a gain of about 6 on that one. It was about a 3rd and 6.
Ball out to the 30-yard line. 3rd and call it 5.
Now, about a 3rd and intermediate coming up here. Ball is at East Mills 30-yard line here. We'll see.
This is a big possession too, Ethan, because now East Mills, if they have to kick the ball away, is kicking into a breeze. And you don't want to give this Cowboy offense, which is showing the propensity to be able to move up and down the field, a shorter field to work with here.
Wolverines also trying to avoid their second straight 3rd and out now. Urban. Empty backfield to uses out wide to both sides. Under some pressure immediately rolling out here to this near side, trying to get it with his feet, and it looks like he's going to be a couple of yards short, maybe a yard or a yard and a half short back. So he's going to bring up about a 4th and inches now here for the Wolverines.
Well, and it gives you an option now, Ethan, if if you're considering it to go. At least it's doable, because you're almost at midfield.
See how aggressive here Coach Schaefer is with this one. They're going to keep the offense on the field, it looks like. Empty backfield once again. Deuces out to both sides. Spread now he's going to go under center here. He's just going to try to sneak it forward, and that Sidney defense is going to come up with a big stop. It's going to be a loss of a yard. That Sidney sideline is fired up right now. A big-time stop. Now the Cowboys get it deep. And he's
yeah, they just loaded up. Urban come under center, back from the punt went up, and the Cowboys, like you said, were waiting for it. So they turn it over on downs, and the Cowboys looking to see if they can take the lead here for the first time in this game.
Opportunity starting here from about the 34-yard line here for East Mills. Seeing Grant Whitehead. Decent night so far for him. Of course, had that nice about 38-yard touchdown toss. Michael Hensley earlier giving them their lone score. Now I formation here. There's a little play action. Now Whitehead looking to throw as Hensley wide open once again. Calls it in at about the 15. And Jackson Embry is able to shove him out at about the 10-yard line. Another very similar to that touchdown play we saw from the Cowboys earlier.
Stop with number 33, Jackson Embry.
Yeah, again, the single matchup on the outside. Hensley's got the size. Whitehead just throws it up to him, and a big chunk gain right there. And Cowboys in business again here early in the second quarter.
Now deep inside the red zone here at about the 10. Cowboys looking to strike. Whitehead comes out under center, high formation. Tight ends tight on both sides. Now he'll pitch it to the right. Looks like he got off the fullback, but sticks with the Cowboys. His Ward is able to pick it up, but they'll say he put a knee down when he tried to snag that one. So it's going to be a loss here of about 5 yards almost on that one. So now we'll push him back here about to the 15.
I think he just took his eye off that pitch, Ethan, and he looked up to see where the hole was and took his eye off of it and cost the Cowboys about 5 yards in the wrong direction.
Whitehead 3 for 5 on the night so far, including a couple of those big hookups there and for that touchdown earlier. Now Whitehead come out in the gun here. Wing backs, and now he'll drop back, looking to pass under some pressure, steps up in the pocket, fires into the end zone. It's a little high. They're looking for Colt Payne. Can't quite connect.
Well, he had him open. Payne had broke to the backside, and Whitehead's pass just a little too tall, as you mentioned, Ethan. That was a good look. Whitehead stepped up to avoid the pressure, had a spot in the pocket, couldn't connect with his receiver. So a 3rd and long coming up here for the Cowboys.
Sitting now here with 9:47 left here in this first half. Again, still knotted up here at 6 at the moment between these two. East Mill struck first on that explosive play from Zach Thornburg. And now here's Whitehead trying to respond here. 3rd and 15, rolling out. Has some room on that far side, trying to cut back inside. Whitehead falling forward, looking towards the goal line. And they will say he is a little short, maybe a couple of yards short or so. The marker marking out about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Nice pump fake. He kind of froze the defender with that arm fake right there and able to pick up 5 or 6 more yards. So
4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 5, and at least it's a doable number now, Ethan, for the Cowboys here in this possession.
I'll see what the Cowboys drive here on this 4th and goal attempt. Whitehead gets the call from the sideline. Now they can huddle. They come to the line. They'll come out here.
You have to hustle. Play clock down to about 4.
High formation here, Whitehead. That play clock's going to get to 0. They will let it go, though. Whitehead now dropping back, looking to float over the end zone. Has his man, and it's Braden Godfrey in the end zone. Sidney takes the lead.
The number 10,
On a little blue there from Whitehead
touchdown
to Godfrey.
Has a nice play right there. He just kind of threw it up where his receiver could get it. Godfrey, of course, with the height that he has. Whitehead didn't try to overthrow that. And the 4th down touchdown for the Cowboys. They take their first lead of the night, Ethan.
They get 12-6 now here for
Point after
Sidney.
attempt for the Cowboys.
As they get set now here for the point after attempt. 12-6 your score here with 8:53 left here in this first half. They come out, I formation, Whitehead under center. Hensley in the backfield. They'll take the pitch. White under some pressure, tries to throw it just out of reach. Cole Payne on the 2-point conversion, so we will stay tied here at 12-6 your score. We'll step aside real quick. Have the rest of the first half coming up after this on the KMA video stream at KMA.
Score, Cowboys 12, Wolverine.
For over 30 years, Chat Mobility has provided Southwest Iowa with the latest technology and a high-speed nationwide network. More importantly, Chat Mobility provides real customer service that you can only get from a local company. When you choose Chat Mobility, we take the time to answer all of your questions and to make sure you're totally comfortable with your phone. You'll have peace of mind knowing that we are here to help with any concerns you may have going forward. Real hometown customer service only from Chat Mobility.
Terry Norberg.
I'm Mike Wilson, Chief Operating Officer here at Cubby's.
My name is Don Wilson, and I'm president of Cubby's Convenience Stores.
I started out with Cubby's as a cashier to a store manager within 2 months, and then as a district manager. I can see myself with Cubby's for the long term.
We're looking for team members that smile, that are friendly, that want to help the customer, they want to learn, they want to grow, and they've got a great positive attitude.
If that's you, apply now. Text Cubby's, C-U-B-B-Y-S, to 242424.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt alongside Brian Bertini here tonight for this 8-player District 10 action here. 12-6 your score now. Sidney up over East Mills here in Malvern tonight. And Ryan, the Sidney offense has found some success tonight. Whitehead's been pretty efficient through the air. And Sidney certainly looking to try and maybe play a little spoiler here tonight on the road.
Yeah, and give credit to his offensive line, just keeping the pretty staunch defensive line rush for the Wolverines get in the backfield. They're giving him time to throw, and he's got guys on the outside, Ethan, that he can get the ball to, doesn't he?
Certainly, Braden Godfrey, that junior big-time athlete for this Cowboys offense, has drawn a little bit of interest from some FCS teams looking for him. And, of course, right now gets his second touchdown score of the season. Also had one down in the red zone last week in their loss to East Union. So 2 scores for him now on the season. Should mention Grant Whitehead had 38 pass attempts last week, turned up 40 yards, also 4 touchdown tosses in that game. Now he's got 2 touchdown scores in this one. So Grant Whitehead took last year off from the starting quarterback job to focus on a little basketball, but now he's back here and leading this Cowboys offense on a pretty successful endeavor so far tonight.
Yeah, he looks comfortable. But like I said, when you got guys like Brandon Godfrey to throw to, and out of the backfield, give it to Michael Hensley. Pretty good options.
Hensley is stepped up big now, a little squibber down here. Jackson Embry fields it, about the 15, brings it out to about the 28, 29-yard line where he is brought down. Actually, they'll give him about to the 30, where they'll spot him, and where this East Mills offense now will once again try to get something going here. And, of course, It has to be, I mentioned, as we keep saying here, of course, Zach Thornburg has been a big-time playmaker, dual threat for this East Mills offense, and Caleb Urban doing his best back there, but this Wolverines offense 3 out, 2 drives to go, turnover on downs in the last one, so certainly a big opportunity here, trying to get something going here, get a groove going here.
Yeah, and I think Coach Schaefer wants to get to halftime and keep this game close, tied or really striking distance, and then they can kind of do a little bit more major readjustments.
Urban drops back, looking to throw over the middle, some contact there, some hand pulling there between Henry as well as Aiden Stenzel there in coverage, but no flags thrown, so instead will fall harmlessly to the turf here, and we'll bring it to 2nd and 10.
And really what's going to do is, of course, now the defense is going to key. They don't have to worry about maybe the run-pass threat that Zach Thornburg brings to the Wolverine offense, so the Cowboy defense can kind of do some things, Ethan, maybe pin their ears back and really come out to, the quarterback and really get in the backfield.
Couple of sacks already tonight. Gabe Johnson as well as Mason Doble have found their ways into the backfield for the Sidney defense. Of course, Braden Godfrey, Michael Hensley on that D-line along with Doble at that nose tackle spot. Now here's Urban dropping back, looking to throw on 2nd down under some pressure, rolling out. Actually, that one looked like it got knocked down there by Godfrey as Urban was trying to get rid of it. So Junior there real quick with some pressure off the line.
Well, that's a dangerous thing because if he picks that off in the air, that's a fumble, but I think it was a forward pass, falls to the ground. Kind of a break for the Wolverines. So, again, I think what Coach Schaefer is trying to do is trying to get the ball on the outside to some guys, but there's been a pretty good staunch rush by the Cowboys up front now, as you saw, like you said. Whitehead got in the backfield on that one.
Linebacker core also for the Cowboys, as you mentioned, Gabe Johnson, also Ladarius Albright, Elliott Ward. That backfield of Cole Payne, Tate Mount, and Andreas Buttry. Now here's Urban, 3rd and 10, stepping up with a quarterback keeper up the middle, and he's going to be wrapped up. A gain of a couple there by Johnson and Godfrey. There's that tackle is going to bring up about 4th and 8.
And Godfrey comes up a little bit limping right there. That's a big loss for the Cowboys, defense and offense, Ethan. So let's see. Hopefully he can get back in the lineup quickly.
Like he was
favoring
an ankle there as he walks back to the sideline. Mentioned big loss there.
In 8-man football, one guy is injured. It's usually an impact player on both sides of the ball.
Now the Wolverines get set to punt this one away, and Gordon gets that one off. Fielded here by Stenzel. He lost it. Ball's on the floor. Scramble for it, and they're going to say East Mills came up with it. On the recovery there, Jimmy Brodigan comes up with it down at the 10.
There's the break the Wolverines open. It was a good punt, and it was easily feasible. I think the receiver right there just took his eye off the ball, and he fumbled it, and heads-up play right there. And the Wolverines now in business here, Ethan. They're going to look to see if they can tie this ball game up.
First and goal, Wolverines.
About 44 yards there at the net gain on that punt. There for the Wolverines now. In the red zone, they'll come out I formation. Urban here under center. Embry in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the gut, and Embry's going to power forward here for a gain of about 3 before he's wrapped up there by a couple of Cowboys. Tate Mount look like finishing that one off.
Well, the best thing about that run, Ethan, it was a positive gain for the Wolverines. They're moving forward. It's 4-down territory for sure here, but you really want to get closer and closer to that goal line. Gives you some options.
7.5 left here now. You're in this first half. 2nd and goal now coming up here for the Wolverines.
Looks like about the 7, I'm guessing here, I think, isn't it?
2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
8 call it.
7 or 8.
Can't quite see the hash marks from this angle, so we'll
7.5. How's that?
We'll call it there. Y formation once again. Urban now. Full play action has a lot of room on the near side. Urban uses his legs into the end zone with eyes up.
Around the right side.
Little naked bootleg right there. All the action was to the left side. The Cowboys went with it. Urban tucked it, the reverse pivot, raced to the corner. His foot speed was good. Boy, how big was that muff punt there for the Wolverines?
Hey, you take advantage of the opportunities you can get, and East Mills capitalizes big time here. They got us up here at 12-12 here with just over 7 minutes left here in this first half. And now the Wolverines getting set here likely for a 2-point attempt. See what Coach Schaefer draws up here on this, try to give his team back the lead. Come out I formation. Under center is Urban. Embry in the backfield. They fake it again. Play action. Urban looking to the end zone. That one got tipped up there by Michael Hensley. So that will keep us tied here at 12-12. Things heating up now here in Malvern. We're back after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Reliable internet matters to you, and it matters to FMTC too. So what does reliable look like? At FMTC, reliable means 99% uptime. And if there's a problem, we measure resolution in minutes, not hours or days. You need bandwidth, and FMTC has it. Up to 1 gig. Our fiber internet offers equal download and upload speeds, in addition to being unlimited and reliable. FMTC Fiber. Internet worth talking about.
At Hawkeye Ford, we go the extra mile for our valued customers. No matter where you purchase your vehicle, our expert team provides top-notch service with unwavering commitment to excellence. We ensure your ride gets the best care it deserves. From routine maintenance to major repairs, we got you covered. Experience the convenience and expertise of Hawkeye Ford Service Department today. Call Hawkeye Ford at 712-623-5147 to book your vehicle service needs.
Welcome back to the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hute alongside Ryan Martini getting set down here for this following kickoff from that score for East Mills that knotted us up here at 12-12. And of course, right there, we see the athletic ability of this East Mills offense. They're Caleb Urban scrambling there for the 7-yard score.
Yeah, all set up by that muffed punt by the Cowboys deep in their territory, and East Mills takes advantage of it, ties this game up. So that's huge, and now the Wolverines right where they need to be.
Kick is fielded here by Payne at about the 20. He's going to bring it out here to about the 28. Flag is thrown from a long ways back behind that one. Head ref through that one. Block in the back called there against the Cowboys. So kind of muffed that one a little bit also, but was able to get it wrangled up quickly. But any gain he had there, he can throw that one away as that they're block in the back there by the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's going to put him back deep. So now let's see if the Wolverines can pin the areas back and come after the quarterback as well here. So East Mills rallies with the tie, ties this game up 12. Now let's see how the Cowboys respond, as they've been able to kind of chew up some young yards by Whitehead and his throwing ability.
Also, Michael Hensley in the backfield has been a pretty big target so far tonight. 9 carries, already 38 yards. Also, of course, had that big 38-yard touchdown catch as well. Now they got a lot of field to work with here, starting at their own 15 after the penalty on that one. Two straight scoring drives, though. A couple of East Mills players are working out some.
Yeah, I was going to say probably some cramps a little bit. It's not terribly hot, but it's still
pretty humid,
pretty warm out. So
now the pitch here to Hensley, far side, trying to find the edge there. He's going to fall
Hensley, the ball carrier.
Oh, at about a gain of 3, they'll say on that one. Sets up about a 2nd and 7.
They talk about these conditions about, you can't just drink water and fluids in 30 minutes. It starts 2 or 3 hours prior to that. You get a lot of fluids and stuff, the right nutrients and minerals in your body ahead of time. It prevents a lot of that, but then you got to keep hydrating it. So these guys will adjust, but still a beautiful night for football.
Certainly has a little breeze going now. They pitch it here to Hensley near side. Has to work his way through a couple of defenders in the backfield, trying to cut it back inside. He's going to be stonewalled there by a couple of Wolverines. Looks like they're going to trying to say the ball came out. East Mills say they have it.
And they do.
And they do. So a couple of big time plays here. Special teams now. Defense for the Wolverines comes up with a big stop. And now the Wolverines get it at the Sidney 24.
Freshman Tyson Viner right there, number 6, who applied the hit, and that was, he covered it. So the freshman coming up big right there, and just like that, another turnover. The Wolverines in business on the plus side of the field here. Is they going to see if they can add another, capitalize on this one, Ethan, here with 6:20 to go here in the second quarter.
Short field about Sidney's 24-yard line is where they'll spot him here. Of course, Caleb Urban had that nice 7-yard scramble on the previous drive to get his back here tied up at 12. They come out now, shotgun formation, 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Urban now looking to that left side, looking to throw, heaves it up, looking for Embry. Embry with the one-handed grab, and a turn from the end zone. What a catch there by Jackson Embry.
Well,
if
Derek and Ryan have highlight things in the back, that's on it. That's the lead play right there, because Jackson Embry threw that, just took it off almost the helmet of the defender, didn't he, Ethan, and just snagged it in.
I believe that's what they say, getting mossed.
Yeah.
Jackson Embry.
One play just like that after the turnover, and bang, the Wolverines strike again. And what a job by Caleb Urban and throw by Jackson Embry on the highlight reel.
24-yard touchdown catch. Pitch and catch there from Urban to Embry there to give them an 18-12 lead here with 6:14 left here in this first half. Now they'll come out for the 2-point try. Urban now in the gun here. Two receivers to his right, rolling out to his right now, looking to throw, looking to the corner, can't quite connect. With his man there was looking to leave. That was Sheldon Vandenberg he was looking for. He can't quite connect on that one. A couple of flags thrown though. We'll see what it is here. See who this
it's
is
on the defense. It'll be a retry again.
Sportsmanlike there against Sidney. So that is declined. So they will accept the no good 2-point try. Keep us tied up here at 18-12. Well, it's been a fun one tonight. We've seen a little bit of everything so far. Back after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. East Mills now up 18-12 over Sidney.
So it was a dead ball foul probably after the try, so that they should be able to.
I think they might enforce it on the
kickoff.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back now here into Malvern, Iowa, here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. 18-12, your score here after that. Phenomenal toss and catch there from Caleb Urban to Jackson Embry. It comes up with, I can't tell you how awesome that catch was there from Jackson Embry. One-handed over the head of the defender.
Watch on the stream and you can see that. But again, all started predicated by that turnover on the fumble, the strip fumble. Tyson Viner come with the fumble. So both turnovers in the second quarter, Ethan, the Wolverines have capitalized and put 12 points on the board, which is the difference.
They have shifted that momentum right back, and the penalty there was enforced on the kickoff there.
Into the end zone.
And that will sail out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback here for that one, and they will bring it out here to the 15-yard line now for the Sidney offense. Looking to shake off some of the combos. Had 2 straight touchdown drives there before that fumble on the last one. So now they'll try to find some of that groove they had there working there with Grant White and also Michael Hensley out of the backfield.
Well, and Hensley had a good run on the fumble, Ethan. He had about 8 or 9 yards on that. He just got stripped. But so, the Cowboys were kind of on the move again. So I think Coach Sean Thompson is going to go right back to this and just keep it on the ground game and put it in the hands of him and let Whitehead have a chance to throw to the outside when he needs to.
Now Whitehead. A lot of time here left. Still that 6:14 left here in this first half. Down 6. He'll drop back, looking to throw. Has some time, looking to heave over the middle, looking for Cole Payne. Has him wide open. Payne with a nice catch. The ball came out, though. Looked like it got stripped by Urban, but they'll say he was down. I believe they're going to say he got down before that ball was stripped there by Urban.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. Once his knee is down, the play is done. It's with contact. But Cole Payne with a nice grab right there, and Cowboys now flip the field, and they get on the east side of the Wolverines here on the 35.
Ball getting around 30 yards there on that one, all the way here up to the East Mills 35-yard line now. Now we'll come out here, a little split backfield here. Whitehead under center, snaps to Hensley. Hensley has a big hole, first down a little bit more as he lunges forward, just shy of the 20-yard line, calling a gain of about 13 on that one.
That's a pretty good-sized guy coming out of the backfield. He gets in that secondary one-on-one. He's a matchup nightmare, and Hensley right there. Good job of the line right there to create a seam, and Hensley with some good speed. Ethan gets to the outside, picks up a big chunk, and the Cowboys now on the move.
59 yards now for him on the night on 12 carries. Now 1st and 10 coming up here from about the 23-yard line. High formation here for Whitehead under center. Gives it to Hensley once more. Has to juke inside just a little bit. Just fall forward for a gain of about 3. They'll spot him at the 20.
Stop at number 11, Lane Maston.
Again, a positive gain, though, Ethan, so they're moving forward. It's not a big chunk, but it does make 2nd 7. It's not a negative play. And again, we've seen Hensley the ability to run inside and also get to the corner and use his speed on the outside.
Now, 2nd and 7 coming up here. Lane Masson, they're in on that stop on that previous play for the Wolverines. They'll come out I formation once more. Whitehead under center. Hensley there in the backfield. They'll play action here. Little keeper now here for Whitehead on this near side, trying to find the corner, and he's going to be wrapped up here by Urban after a gain of about 3 of his own. So another little short gain there. Going to set up about a 3rd and about 5, maybe long 4 coming up now here for the Cowboys.
Nice open field tackle by Urban right there. He come up and made sure that Whitehead had to kind of stop and turn back inside. So I'm guessing, though, Ethan, this is probably 2-down territory for the Cowboys.
I would agree.
This deep in the Wolverine territory.
They're going to spread them out wide here. They put Stacks way out wide on the right side. A couple of receivers also to the left. Empty backfield here for Whitehead. Dropping back, keeping it himself up the middle here, and shifts through a few defenders. Whitehead still on his feet, strips through another tackler inside the 5, now still on his feet, and he's finally wrapped up here by a couple of Wolverines there. Vandenberg, also Urban there on the stop, but he's going to get all the way down to about the 3. Great, tough running there from Whitehead.
A nice play call by Coach Thompson, too. He spread the field and really kind of just did some matchups. All his blockers had to do was kind of get a hat on a guy up front, Ethan, and didn't need much seam to Whitehead. He kind of twisted and turned his way back down, and now it's 1st and goal from about the 2 or 3 yard line, and Cowboys looking to see if they can
trying to knock this one up
score.
Here. 5 formation to give it to Hensley up the middle, has a hole, and he's going to hit it, and he's going to get there. Hensley lunges into the end zone for the score to knot us up, and there is a Wolverine who's a little shaken up after that one. It knots us up here at 18, but there is a Wolverine who's a little banged up after that one. Didn't catch a number on who that is. Looks like, I believe that is Jerry Brodigan, sophomore linebacker, who's slow to get up here. So as they tend to Brodigan here, we'll step aside here real quick on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. 3:56 left here in this first half.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Agriculturists at Northwest Missouri State University gain the knowledge and the experiences of agriculture as well as business foundations. Northwest's faculty focuses on 4 core areas: agricultural finance, agricultural marketing, agricultural policy, and economics of agricultural production. Career opportunities in this field at Northwest include agricultural sales representative, grain merchandising, agricultural lender, operations manager, and claims adjuster. Find out more about an agricultural business major at Northwest Missouri State University.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt alongside Brian Bertini here after that about 3-yard touchdown score there from Michael Hensley to knot this one up here at 18. Yuri Brodigan for East Mills, a little slow to get up. Did walk off mostly under his own power, though. Was favoring one of his legs a little bit, though. So now they'll tend him on the sideline here. Good to see him, though, get up and walk off.
Neither team has been able to convert on a 2-point conversion, so Cowboys looking to see if they can kind of break that streak here.
They'll play action here. Now they throw it, looking to that right side. I believe that is Godfrey. And as you say that, Brian, we have our first 3-point conversion of the night there. As Whitehead finds Godfrey there to give Sidney now their second lead of the night. 20-18 the score now. Here's Sidney up over East Mills. Back after this on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing. Much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to their communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. Well, to learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
Family, they're always there when you need them. We feel the same about banking. At PCSB, we believe in building relationships that never close. That's why we offer ITMs with extended hours and a breadth of digital services for your convenience. But it's our people who create a true connection with our community. We don't stop working for you when the workday is done. We're always your bank, and we're always working for you. PCSB, we believe in you. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. Member FDIC.
Back here at KMA Video Stream at KMALand.com. Ethan Hewitt alongside Ryan Bertini. 2018 your score now after a nice 7-play.
Jackson Embry.
65-yard drive there by the Cowboys, capped off by a nice punch in there from Michael Hensley. Give his team a 2-point lead there after the 2-point conversion, I should say as well. Now Urban's going to field this kickoff here at about the 26, and he's going to get out to around the 30-yard line is where they'll spot him before he's wrapped up by several Cowboys. So now this East Mills offense taking advantage of a couple of special teams errors for Sidney and also a nice defensive stop. Now they got about 50 yards to work with here to try to take back this lead.
Well, and something else changed, too. The first couple times that Sidney kicked the ball, they did a kind of really squid kick. Normally, Zach Thornburg is back there, who's a dangerous threat. He touches the ball. Now they can kick a little bit deeper and kind of, play a little bit more field position, push the Wolverines back. So this drive's now going to start on their own, on the Wolverines' 30. So we're under, just getting about that 3.5-minute mark. So this is a big possession, I think, for both teams here, Ethan. East Mills would love to kind of choose some clock, get it down, and see if they can, get in and take a lead. And Sidney would love to kind of get a 3-and-out and force a punt into a little bit of a breeze here.
2 straight touchdown drives here for East Mills. They'll start at 1st and 10. And now Urban under some pressure immediately. Godfrey looked like he came in there free off the edge on that one as he comes up with a big first down sack for a loss of almost 10 on that one, back to about the 20.
There was nobody on Godfrey right there. He just had a free run at the quarterback, and Urban was lucky just to hang on that ball. So it's exactly what the Cowboys want. They put him in a really tough situation here. Second and 20. So play calling gets a little bit shorter right now in the 2nd and 20 for Coach Schaefer.
See what the Wolverines can pull out of the bag of tricks here. Long 2nd and a mile, 2nd and about 20 coming up here with about under 3 minutes and 45 seconds left now here in this first half. They'll try to get to the line quickly here, but we will have a quick timeout called here by Coach Schaefer. Wants to talk some things over with his players so far. So Ryan, we'll stick here with him here on this timeout here real quick. Again, 2018 your score here tonight. Sidney, of course, had a couple of 2 straight touchdown scoring drives. They just had that last drive as well, marched their way down the field. So we've seen, obviously, East Mills has been without really their star players tonight for most of the game, and Zach Thornburg, of course, had that initial score for the Wolverines. And but so far, neither team really has been able to get too much of an advantage here tonight.
No, and the Wolverines did capitalize on the muff punt. They got the score on that one, and then the strip by Tyson Viner on the fumble. They converted on that. Sidney's been, if they don't turn the ball over, they've been pretty much in control offensively with the ground game, and Whitehead been able to throw the ball. So this is a big stop. Sidney's looking to see if they can get this in 3rd and long and force the Wolverines to punt. And I think Coach Thompson over there's got to feel pretty good if we can get the ball back, Ethan. And the big thing is you might get a 2-for-1, Ethan, because if you can get a stop and a score, the Cowboys, who won the toss, deferred. They're going to have the ball start second half.
Certainly. So it's going to be a 2nd and 20 now coming up here for the Wolverines out of this timeout. I do believe that was 100% sure that was their first timeout of the night. We're sitting here with 2 timeouts here at the moment. So now shotgun look here for Urban. 2 receivers out to his left, dropping back to pass here. Under some pressure again, gets that one away, and it is caught there by Sheldon Vandenberg on the catch, but he's going to get back to actually maybe lost a yard, it looks like, on that.
Urban had to take kind of a deep route right there to get away from the pressure. He got it out, but it ended up going nowhere. So a big 3rd down here, and East Mills is just maybe looking, if they get lucky, get the first down, great, but they just need about 12 or 13 yards here, Ethan, to kind of get a little positive run and maybe not punt so deep in their own end.
Like Gabe Johnson, they're in on that pressure. Coming up the middle from his linebacker position here now. Clock will run down here. 3 minutes left here in this first half. Sidney holding on to a 2-point advantage at the moment. Couple wingbacks now. Here's Urban dropping back. Under some pressure, lets it fly. Looking for Maston there. He can't quite connect. Maston was sprinting down this near sideline coverage. Was pretty solid there by Ladarius.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, that was a well-thrown ball by Killer, but he put it on the hands of Maston, and Maston, I think could have come down with that ball. That would have been a huge first down, and who knows more, if he would have shook the tackle, he might have gone all the way, but it falls to incomplete, and now a big punting situation. The Cowboys looking to get pretty good field position here on the change of possession. But we saw what happened the last time the Cowboys are back.
Exactly. We'll see special teams woes and can be avoided here by the Cowboys as Gordon set up here at about inside the 10. A flag is thrown here on the snap. Stop it. This is the signal that came in there from the side judge over there of what he looked like.
It's either 5 yards forward or 5 yards back. Let's see.
Fourth down either way. It will be against East Mills.
That's a sign when the team wearing green, who happens to be East Mills, starts walking backwards, so we know where we're going. Which now makes it even maybe a little better position for the Cowboys to get good field position here.
Gordon, the punter, set up just outside his own goal line now, trying to get this one away. And low snap here, does get it though, gets the punt away, a little bit of a line drive here, gets it past midfield, takes a nice bounce, really nice bounce. That's going to go all the way to about the 23-yard line. So Jack Gordon comes up big, they're able to push the field here for East Mills as this Cowboys offense looks to come back out on the field.
Yeah, nice job, got a nice fortuitous roll right there, bounce. And wisely, I think the Sidney Cowboy on the deep when receiving that, let it roll. Don't even take a chance, another turnover. Take your chances, get the ball back, and see. You got 2:41. You got a couple timeouts, Ethan. You got plenty of time to see if you can punch one in here right before halftime.
The Cowboys trying to double dip on this one potentially here, run out some clock potentially. 2:41 left, as Brian mentioned now, as his Cowboys offense comes back to the line. Nice 7-play, 65-yard scoring drive. Their last time out. See what they can do here. Whitehead in the gun. Takes the handoff, now dropping back, looking to throw over the middle as Hensley wide open, drops it into the bucket, past midfield, now Hensley turns upfield, has some space, working back to the near side, trying to get wrapped up, and he will eventually get brought down at around the 25.
Michael Hensley.
They're on that stop, a couple of Jack Gordon there.
Down.
Looked like
Cowboys.
Embray might have been there on the stop as well, but it was a big gain through the air all the way.
And if Hensley, I think, keeps going to the outside, he kind of went back in. I think he might have got a bigger break. Maybe had a chance to go all the way. The ball was a little underthrown by Whitehead, but all the Cowboys know is they got a big chunk on that now. Looking to see from the 25, see if they can punch this in and extend their 2-point lead.
Oh, again, about 31 on that one. Now they'll pitch it to Hensley, far side, cuts it back towards the middle, and Hensley finds a gap.
Hensley, the ball
That's going to be
carrier.
a gain of about, give him 7 on that one. Gets all the way up to about the 19-yard line.
Gordon.
And Coach Thompson,
Minor.
Ethan, would be pretty happy to chew up a little bit of time here and not give East Mills any chance here, before the half to get the ball back. So he'd love to get this down deep and, get this down to about 20, 30 seconds left and see if they can punch one in.
15 carries, now 72 yards on the ground for Hensley on the night as the clock gets closer to 1:03 left. We'll give it to Godfrey up the middle this time. Godfrey shifts his way through, gets past the defense. Now Godfrey works his way into the end zone for a 19-yard touchdown run, and Sidney extends their lead 26-18.
Or you can do that. Just let Godfrey get it all at once. Coach Thompson would, we'll take the touchdown, but what a nice offensive drive. A couple plays right there, and bam, Cowboys put another one on the board, and like you said, they're gonna see if they can now. You might have still 1:30 to go, Ethan. There's potential. They got a couple timeouts. They might see if they can, get one more possession before halftime.
They went 57 yards and 3 plays on that one. They now get set up here for the 2-point try. I formation. A little play action here, looking to float it again here to Godfrey once again, and it's that same play, and they worked the last time. They'll work again here for another successful 2-point try. Now we have a 10-point ball game. Sidney up 28-18 over East Mills here with 1:30 left here in this first half. We'll step aside here real quick. Back after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Are you dealing with a chronic respiratory condition? Rogers Pharmacy can provide what you need. Rogers Pharmacy offers a full line of respiratory equipment like oxygen, BiPAP, CPAP, and nebulizers. Rogers Pharmacy isn't a big box pharmacy where you may have to wait for days and weeks to get what you need. They're a full-service, independent, family-owned pharmacy, and they go above and beyond to offer you the quality service and products you deserve. See Rogers Pharmacy in Tarkio, Maryville, Mound City, St. Joseph, and Stanberry, Missouri. Visit Rogers Pharmacy online at rogersrx.com.
My name is Dr. Katie Greer, and I am an orthopedic surgeon specializing in foot and ankle surgery at Shenandoah Medical Center. At SMC, we are able to offer a wide range of treatment options to reduce pain and improve mobility, including surgery, pain-relieving injections, and specialized physical therapy. To learn more about all of the orthopedic services provided at Shenandoah Medical Center, please call us at 712-246-7400.
Welcome back here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt and Brian Bertini here with you. And this one, that kickoff there, field here by Urban, it got about a yard or two on it. It's going to be about 28 or so is where they'll set up shop now. Here the Wolverines on offense.
Dangerous spot here for Coach Schaefer and his squad. I know you're down 10, but you don't want to try to throw a ball, maybe get it tipped or picked off and give the Cowboys another opportunity. So they're looking for a good, sizable gain. They get like first and get 6 or 7 yards on this first down. Then you maybe think about throwing the ball, but Cowboys, of course, have a couple timeouts in their pocket, Ethan. They might see if they can, do a 3-and-out.
And East Mills will burn a timeout here real quick. So, again, we got about a minute and 26 left now here in this first half. As you mentioned, obviously, Brian, you don't want to try and force something here at a crucial moment, down 10. Don't want to let it get out of hand, but obviously just a little bit of urgency here potentially, but still a lot of football left to be played.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Caleb Urban's shown the ability. He's got some good, decent wheels right there. Maybe get him on the edge, get that run-pass option, roll him to the right-hand side here, which is his strong side. See if you can get maybe Mount or Maston. We've seen not Maston. We've seen Mount. We've seen Embry be able to break 3 in the back. And maybe you get a guy matched up one-on-one. And we've seen if you give Jackson Embry a chance, he'll come down with some amazing catches. So, put him in a spot where if it happens to be turned over, maybe it's way down there in the 20, down inside the 20 of the Cowboys, not something around the midfield. So Coach Schaefer, I think, was just wanting to use a timeout to make sure all these players are right there on the same page.
Certainly, again, 28-18 your score here now as the players do make their way back out onto the field now. Yeah, minute 26 left here now. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Wolverines. Now Urban going to keep it here, looking for something up the middle. He's met immediately there by Hensley. It was the first one in there on the stop, and Urban now comes up hobbling after that one.
On
Looks
the
like
keeper.
Holding that left knee a little bit, so he's
Gain
going
of
to
about a half a yard
shake it off
second down
here.
and
But now
10.
that would be.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know who the quarterback would be next.
That'll be, and it looks like he maybe walked it off a little bit.
Here's the thing here too, Ethan, or Sidney with a couple timeouts after this play. If it's a 3rd and long, I think you're going to see him use timeouts and at least force a long punt, but maybe keep some time. There's still 50 seconds left here.
Gun look here for Urban, 2 receivers to his right, one to his left, hands it up the middle. Here, there was
Hand off into the line.
That's going to be
Penalty flag on the
penalties are
play.
thrown after the play on that one.
Hand off to number
I believe
32.
Rogan, it was on the
Radigan.
carry on that one. And we'll see.
Gets a dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct. So
Unsportsmanlike
little
conduct against the Cowboys.
few choice words before Labor Day weekend, I think, by the Cowboy player right there as he stood over the guy. It's kind of one of those things they really point of emphasis, not to taunt, and that's a huge mistake for the Cowboys because it was going to be 3rd and long.
Instead, it's
now,
1st and 10 now in Sidney territory.
yeah, and
here for
now
Wolverines.
Coach Schaefer might be able to put the ball up. We've seen Jackson Embry come down with one
Brings the ball
circus
into
catch.
Cowboy territory.
Why not another?
7-yard line, 1st and 10.
Now, 1st and 10
Wolverines.
coming up here from the Sidney, about 30, call it about the 37-yard line. As the Wolverines come to the line. Take their time here. 42 seconds left here in this first half. Sidney still holding on to a 10-point lead here at the moment. As refs now will let him come to the line. Start the play clock here. Gun look again. Here for Urban. Deuces to the right. Rodigan in the backfield. Pressure immediately. Now Urban has some wheels on the left far side. Finds the edge. Gets to the sideline. Going to get the first down a little bit more. Calling a gain on that one of about 16, 15 yards.
Yeah, Brandon Gottfried for the Cowboys made the crucial mistake. Didn't do outside contain. He dove down in. Urban with a little body fake got to the outside and got a big chunk of yardage. So how big was that penalty right there, Ethan? Now the Wolverines got something working here.
Wolverines got some energy, some momentum here now. 1st and 10. About the 24-yard line now. Shotgun here for Urban. Dropping back. Little screen pass to this near side, but it is blown up there in the backfield by Ladarius Albright. Embry there looking for the horse collar, and he's also maybe a little
I think that was just got the back of the jersey. So a positive gain suddenly results in about an 11-yard loss. So nice job of the Cowboy defense.
Jackson Embry will also head to the sideline here. He'll get 10-2.
That might be the end of the first half. Both teams might be
got 8 seconds
content
left
to
here.
run it down.
And East Mills is going to maybe get in the huddle here, but the clock is running. It's at 3 seconds. That will be the end here of the first half. So it was a bit of a roller coaster of a first half between these two squads, but Sidney has the momentum heading here into halftime. 28-18 your score. Here they are up over the Wolverines. We'll step aside here quick, 30 seconds. We'll have some halftime thoughts coming up after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. 28-18 your score here. The Sidney Cowboys up over the East Mills Wolverines here tonight. And obviously, we saw East Mills come out with that first quick score. Sidney responded. East Mills then responds with their own couple of straight scoring drives for Sidney, then a couple of straight scoring drives for East Mills, and then Sidney comes up with that big chunk drive there, about 3 plays, 57 yards, and that is the momentum they carry here in East Mills. It looked like maybe had a little something going, but of course they ran out of time there at the end of that first half.
Yeah, and I think Coach Thompson and his Cowboy staff's got to feel really good right now. They got some momentum. They've been able to kind of impose their will on the Wolverines. They've been able to do it by the ground, by the air. They've got a 10-point lead, and they're going to have the ball start the second half. So big chance right here to kind of get some separation here as they go into the third quarter. For Coach Schaefer and the Wolverines, Ethan, I mean, now at least can go into halftime and kind of regroup and kind of maybe put some things in play, talk about the play selection that you want to use with Caleb Urban now as your quarterback. You know, tweak a few things, maybe get the ball out. Hopefully, Jackson, we saw him come out. Hope that's just a cramp, and some of those guys are cramping up a little bit from, just the heat a little bit, so they can get that taken care of so that Coach Schaefer, 10 points in an 8-man football game can go really quick. And, of course, we've already seen how big special teams have been tonight.
Right, certainly. So should be an exciting second half here in this one. But again, Sidney holding on here 28-18 here over East Mills. Rolling for a little halftime entertainment. Here we got some interviews here from Upon for the Review this week here for you on the KMA video stream. So we'll be back. Second half of action coming up in this 8-player District 10 matchup after this on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Welcome back into Upon Further Review, and we always enjoy catching up with the class of 2024 college decision makers in KMA land. And one of the most recent ones, Clarinda baseball standout Creighton Tuzio. He's going to take his talents to Iowa Western in the future, and he's with us now to chat about that. Creighton, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us. So you're going to play baseball at Iowa Western. Tell me about that decision, and, what does it mean for you to know that you've got your college future locked up for the next few years?
Yeah, so I knew going into my freshman year that baseball was something I wanted to do for more than high school, as long as I'm allowed to play. So I began, putting in extra work to, maybe give myself the chance to go and play at that next level. And then about 9 months ago, colleges started to talk to me, and I received some offers and stuff like that. And then not long ago, Iowa Western came and they gave me an offer, and I went on a visit, and it was really hard to turn down what they offer at Iowa Western. Just the results, they win a lot. They produce guys that go into the next level. They send lots of guys to Division I schools. And their facilities are great. I just felt really at home. I really liked the coaches. They just really checked all the boxes. So once they offered, I knew that there wasn't really anything else I really needed to wait for because they had everything I want.
Yeah, speak to your recruiting process. What were some of the other schools, some of the other options that you had out there, and ultimately talk about the decision of choosing Iowa Western?
Yeah, I had lots of interest from a load of Division II schools, and then lots of JUCO schools here in Iowa. One of the major schools that was really in contention till the very end was the University of Central Missouri in Warrensburg, Missouri. They gave me a really great scholarship offer, and I was really pleased with the coaching staff, and the facilities they have there are really nice too. It really just came down to the fact that Iowa Western provides me the opportunity to go play at the highest level, which my goal is to go play Power 5 baseball after Iowa Western. So Iowa Western really provides that opportunity for me, and I think that with the help of the coaches and players and staff there, I can reach that goal of mine.
Yeah, as you went through the recruiting process and you were meeting with coaches and you were meeting with teams, and of course you're telling them what you like, and I'm sure they were telling you what you liked about your game as well. Dive into that. Well, what was kind of the scouting report on you that should transition collegiately?
Yeah, so big thing for me. I'm tall. I'm 6'7" somewhere in there, about 210 to 215 range. So a lot of college coaches think that if they can get me in a college weight room on college side and I can pack on the muscle, the velo will begin to jump. And I've already got some all right off speed that they think can really translate to the next level. So really just the projectability of my frame and adding velo as the years go on and I mature physically, they think the sky is the limit for me ceiling-wise.
Again, we're talking with Creighton Tuzio of Clarinda, going to play baseball at Iowa Western. You mentioned in the open that this is something since your freshman year you were really serious about doing. To know now that you're going to play college baseball and hopefully you can continue after that, how gratifying, how rewarding is this?
Yeah, it feels great to have that weight lifted off your shoulders of having to pick a school. But at the end of the day, my goal hasn't been fulfilled. Like, there's still things that I really want to accomplish in my baseball career. So I'm just going to continue to grind and see how far I can take this thing.
Yeah, so to do that, I mean, what do you think that's going to take?
Just physically maturing. I'm not the strongest kid by any means. So getting in the weight room and committing to that and getting stronger will just naturally allow me to be a better baseball player, especially when it comes to pitching. Just throwing harder is a really important thing. And so if I can get in the weight room and get stronger, that's going to help. And then just figuring out how to pitch, certain situations, things like that. That was something I struggled with this past summer season, and I've really focused on improving that, just knowing how to pitch and the art of pitching.
Against Creighton Tuzio of Clarinda, going to play baseball in Iowa Western in the future. Creighton, we appreciate the time today. Congratulations on the commitment, man, and best of luck going forward.
Yeah.
Talking on today's sports feature with Elizabeth Thielen, the head volleyball coach at Tri-Center. Her team has been busy so far this season. Coach, looks like you kind of hit the ground running there in your first year as head coach. Tell me about the season up to this point and how you're feeling about what the girls have been able to do.
Yeah, our girls worked hard all summer in the weight room and in the gym with open gyms and summer camps. And, we came in preseason working on building a culture in the gym, hustling and working hard and playing together and supporting each other. So I think that's shown, in our opening week last week with our quad and our tournament at LC on Saturday. We have quite a few players that return that have some experience from last season. So our seniors have done a good job leading and just kind of building that culture of what we want to see in the gym.
Looking at your schedule, so far played a good Glenwood team, a good Stanton team, good Lewis Central team, go across the river, play Omaha Bryan. Talk about the challenges that your team has put themselves in early on in the season and how you feel maybe those can benefit this team as you go down the road.
Yeah, Lewis Central has a good team, and I thought we played pretty well against them on Saturday. We saw some really good things against them, challenged us a little bit. As far as Glenwood, we played Glenwood's a good team too. We had one of our starting players in the lineup that we worked on all preseason. She's working through a knee injury, so before Thursday, we had Wednesday to kind of practice a new lineup. And going into Thursday, I think, the girls did a good job adjusting to the lineup and coming out strong and, doing what we could do against Glenwood and Stanton. And, we played hard, and we just didn't end up with the wins that night, but they did a lot of great things. So.
Here's our Elizabeth Thielen, head volleyball coach at Tri-Center. Mackenzie Brewer back in the lineup after a big year last year. Tell me about her game this year and some of the things she's doing that stand out to you.
Yeah, Mackenzie's, a great all-around player. She is aggressive, and we can always count on her to get kills when we need out of a rotation or, she's a strong hitter for us. She worked hard, played club all off season and worked hard all summer. She's playing outside for us as of right now for the season. And just she's a good leader on the court and supports all her teammates and somebody we can always count on to be positive, and we can set her the ball and are confident that she can put it down for us.
And also offensively, how valuable is it when you have an experienced setter like your team has in Mia Wingert this year?
Yeah, Mia does a great job. She has a lot of experience from last year on running our offense, and she does a good job mixing it up and, trying to set who we have, who's hitting hot at the time, and she makes smart plays and smart sets to put us in a good position to get a kill.
What would you say through the first couple weeks of the season is the one area, or maybe it's multiple areas, that you've been the most pleased or satisfied with from your team?
I think the biggest thing coming into preseason is just their attitudes, and they all have a great attitude, and they come into practice and they work hard. They've been pushing themselves the last few weeks, and I think we leave the gym every day knowing that we worked hard and we got better each practice.
So looking ahead, the Clarinda tournament coming up this weekend, and then we get into Western Iowa Conference play next week. What do you want to see from the girls going forward? What are the areas that you feel like this team still needs to work on to put itself in a good spot later in the season?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now that we're focusing on is defense and just being relentless and going for everything and trying to expand our range of balls that we can get touches on. So, we can keep that ball alive when we're playing teams that are hitting pretty hard at us. Just trying to get things up and people hustling the ball down to keep it in play. I think another thing, just working on staying consistent through our matches and trying to avoid that roller coaster up and down with our energy, and just working on playing together and playing for each other.
Against Elizabeth Thielen, the head volleyball coach at Tri-Center. Coach, we appreciate the time today. Thank you, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
Ask me what my dad does, I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Shop Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, I'll get that done for you. But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Shop Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
Alrighty, and welcome back now here into the KMA video stream here at KMAland.com. As we get set for the second half of action here in this 8-player District 10 matchup here tonight between Sidney and East Mills, the Cowboys hold on to a 10-point, 28-18 lead here over the Wolverines. And as we mentioned, there was a bit of a back-and-forth half for a little bit. East Mills actually scored from the first play from scrimmage on a big run there from Zach Thornburg. Of course, he did ultimately leave the game, and we do a bit of an injury update for him right now. Brian, he's looked like he had a shoulder injury, and unfortunately, at least right now, it looks like the word is he has a broken collar.
It could be a broken bone there. I'm sure that it just was kind of an unfortunate play on that 2-point conversion. He got kind of slammed to the ground a little awkwardly, and doesn't take much, of course. And there's one team that probably was looking forward to getting halftime as fast as they could. That's East Mills. They can kind of regroup, and Coach Schaefer can kind of start looking at plays that are going to work really well for Caleb Urban as under center quarterback. the Cowboys, on their hand, they probably didn't want the half to end because they had a lot of momentum, didn't they?
Yeah, certainly. Grant Whitehead, quarterback, has had himself a night so far. At least I got him 8 for 11 so far, 176 yards, a couple of touchdown tosses. Michael Hensley has been doing it all for the Cowboys so far tonight, about 15 carries for about 70 yards or so as a rushing touchdown. Also, 3 big catches for 94 yards and a touchdown. Braden Gottfried also a couple of total touchdowns for him on the night so far. And the Cowboys will also get it here to start this second half as well.
I know it's cliche, but when you're in a game like this first possession, the second half is huge. If Sidney can kind of put a score on the board, it really makes that mountain tough climb for the Wolverines. If they can get a stop, they can get some momentum.
There's a bit of a liner here down the field. It is fielded by Hensley about the 5. We'll get out to about the 25 is where the Cowboys will now set up shop here offensively to start off in the second half.
I think you're going to see a pretty heavy dose again of Michael Hensley. As you saw him, he's been very valuable. He's catching the ball, run the ball. Godfrey's been good as well on the outside, and
he's come up with a couple of those 2-point tries also here to give Sidney that extra advantage here. And now some change-ups a little bit. Not too much defensively for East Mills here. They line up. Here's Hensley. He takes it up the gut here, sheds off a couple of tackles. Flag is thrown. It's a gain of about three almost 4 yards. We'll see what the flag is.
So you got a hold right away. So the Cowboys go in the wrong direction on their first possession here.
Looks like there is one over.
Right down in there by Sheldon Vandenberg and number 5. Number 6, Tyson Viner.
Grant Whitehead's shown the ability to throw the ball well tonight, and he's got some yardage with his legs as well.
That is going to push the Cowboys all the way back here to about the 15 after that penalty on first down. Makes it about 1st and 20 now here for the Cowboys. As you mentioned, Whitehead has stepped up pretty nicely here for his Cowboys under center so far. They'll come out now. I formation here. Whitehead under center. Hensley there in the backfield. And they will play action here. Whitehead looking to throw. Looking here for Godfrey. Godfrey hauls it over the sideline. Is going to get shoved out here just past the 30-yard line. So nice pickup there, about 17 on that one on the throw and catch.
Yeah, nice little bootleg roll throw out. Nice pass by Whitehead right there. Put it right on the hands of the receiver. A little quick huddle right here, Ethan.
Yeah, quick look here. They're going to stack it here under center. They're going to look a little quarterback sneak here, and they move that pile really well. There is a flag thrown, and Whitehead is still going here. But we will have a flag thrown. Formation they're going to say was illegal. They're aiding the runner. So that's going to erase that play.
Good idea to get up there and do that, but you got to execute it. And now we'll see a replay. It'll be 2nd and long now.
So after that nice pickup there through the air, about 17 yards, going to go back here. They're still going to be, I believe they're going to be right at about the original, maybe a little.
It'll be about 2nd and 7, I think.
Just shy of that, just a little ahead of that original line of scrimmage here. Oh, no, they're going to.
It must be a 10-yard.
I think it is a 10-yarder. Well, maybe it's a. No, it's
keep going. That must be 15 because
15-yarder.
That was but yeah.
Keep at him. Just kept taking more and more
yes,
steps.
He did.
We're going down there, so it's going to be about a 2nd and 15. We'll call it actually 17. Of course, there was a couple of yards there to go. So now, shotgun look here for Whitehead. Play action here, dropping back under some pressure, stepping up, fires it deep, looking for Hensley, a little underthrown, but Hensley comes back for the catch. Now he spins past the defender. Now Hensley wide open, no one to beat. To the 15, looking going inside, now picks up a block to the 5. Touchdown, Sidney.
Good job by Hensley right there. Had a blocker in front, waited till his blocker got in position to shield him. And what about Whitehead getting out of trouble right there? So forget that aiding and abetting the runner. Just go over the top and get the score, Ethan.
I call it about a 65-yard touchdown throw and catch there from Whitehead to Hensley. And Hensley is racking up those all-purpose yards tonight. He's well over 100 yards receiving. Whitehead now well over 200 yards passing on the night.
Well, these guys are a matchup nightmare. Hensley and Godfrey, they're tough. They're big guys. They're tall. And, we're seeing the athletic ability of Whitehead to kind of create, continue to extend the play. And this Sidney offense, they put up 30 last week against an East Union team, but they've got more than that tonight.
Now 2-point try here, looking at the end zone. That one intercepted here by East Mills. I believe that was Urban there who came up with the interception to prevent the 2-point attempt there. But nonetheless, it's now a 34-18 score. Here's Sidney up over East Mills. We'll step aside. Rest of the third quarter coming up after this here on the KMA video stream here at KMAland.com.
For the years, Chat Mobility has provided Southwest Iowa with the latest technology and a high-speed nationwide network. More importantly, Chat Mobility provides real customer service that you can only get from a local company. When you choose Chat Mobility, we take the time to answer all of your questions and to make sure you're totally comfortable with your phone. You'll have peace of mind knowing that we are here to help with any concerns you may have going forward. Real hometown customer service only from Chat Mobility.
Mike Wilson, Chief Operating Officer here at Cubby's.
My name is Delone Wilson, and I'm president of Cubby's Convenience Stores.
I started out with Cubby's as a cashier to a store manager within 2 months, and then as a district manager. I can see myself with Cubby's for the long term.
We're looking for team members that smile, that are friendly, that want to help the customer, they want to learn, they want to grow, and they've got a great positive attitude.
If that's you, apply now. Text Cubby's, Cubby's, to 242424.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. 34-18 your score here now as the Cowboys get set to kick this one away. After the score, making it 34-18, another little onside kick here, and it looks like Sidney might have got it, but the flag, I don't think that ball got far enough maybe.
Yeah, there's a flag down on this side. I think the side judge on this side said ball was touched prior to the 10 yards.
So Sidney is, it looked like they might have converted the onside there for a second, but they're going to say that ball likely didn't get far enough there before it was initially touched. I think that might have been Gabe Johnson there looking to try and recover that onside, and maybe just got a little ahead of himself, tried to cut off the East Mills player, and so it looks like, I believe, we'll see what the officials are having a conversation at the moment.
East Mills will just retain possession right there at the 40. And I tell you what, Coach Thompson's Cowboy squad did exactly what you want to do, Ethan, if you had the first possession second half. What'd they do?
Yeah, they had a penalty there, but they overcame it there. Big time 65-yard down, 65-yard score.
Got
there.
that opening score, and they, now the 10-point lead, now you're up to 16. It feels like a little bit of momentum getting into halftime where the Wolverines kind of regroup, maybe get a stop and get a score of their own, and now you're looking at a larger deficit. So they're in definitely catch-up mode right now, and that's dangerous with some of those guys up front for the Cowboys, the way they can pin their ears back and come after the quarterback.
So now the ball will get moved here to the Sidney 35. It is here where the Wolverines will start 1st and 10.
If they ever need a score, right now is the time for it. They got to find an answer.
Now Urban going to come out here in the gun. Good starting field position here. Sidney 35, 1st and 10. Urban takes the snap a little high, hauls it in, looking to pass, throws it deep over the middle, has Gordon wide open, no one there. Gordon takes it to the 10-5. Touchdown, East Mills responds. One play, 35 yards.
Wow, the fortunes change. An onside kick that might have been recovered by the Cowboys, negated by the penalty. The Wolverines strike again. First play from scrimmage, second half. They answer, and that touchdown that Sidney got kind of wiped away right now. We're back to a 10-point game, maybe 8 if the Wolverines can convert the 2-point here.
Looks like Jack Gordon just kind of slipped behind the defense a little bit there on that one and ends up taking that one to the house. It's a 35-yard, one-play drive now here for East Mills as they close the gap here, 34-24, back to 10.
Again, get players in space, and Gordon got behind the defender. That won't make Coach Thompson happy, the Cowboy coaching staff, but they got to rise up here and see if they can stop this 2-point conversion.
Now 2-point coming up here. Urban trying to throw it in the end zone, and it looks like it is broken up there by the Cowboys. And so that will be no good on the 2-point try, so we will stay here at a 10-point advantage. 34-24. Your score is still Sidney up, but East Mills, little momentum here after that nice 35-yard touchdown score. We'll back after this on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Internet matters to you, and it matters to FMTC too. So what does reliable look like? At FMTC, reliable means 99% uptime. And if there's a problem, we measure resolution in minutes, not hours or days. You need bandwidth, and FMTC has it. Up to 1 gig. Our fiber internet offers equal download and upload speeds, in addition to being unlimited and reliable. FMTC Fiber, internet worth talking about.
Hawkeye Ford, we go the extra mile for our valued customers. No matter where you purchase your vehicle, our expert team provides top-notch service with unwavering commitment to excellence. We ensure your ride gets the best care it deserves. From routine maintenance to major repairs, we got you covered. Experience the convenience and expertise of Hawkeye Ford Service Department today. Call Hawkeye Ford at 712-623-5147 to book your vehicle service needs.
Welcome back now here to the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Kickoff here for East Mills. Fielded here by Hensley. Down to 8. Brings it out. Has a little bit of space up the middle. He shreds off a couple of tacklers. Still on his feet. Hensley now trying to break free on the near sideline. He's going to be chased down from behind. There by Sheldon Vandenberg, who prevents the touchdown score. But Hensley has been doing it on offense now. Comes up with a huge play on special teams all the way up here to the East Mills 30-yard line.
Yeah, he had a couple really good blocks in front of him, Ethan. He was able to just kind of stay behind and follow him, and then he got an open space, used that speed and size, and he was about one arm tackle away from breaking that and kickoff return. But nonetheless, Cowboys in good possession here as they start their second possession of the second half.
Yeah, both teams now have had chances starting here from opponent's territory. East Mills just now had a 35-yard touchdown score, one play. Now we'll see what Sidney can do here. Still up 10 here at the moment. Split backfield. Whitehead under center. Hensley and Godfrey backfield. They'll give it to Hensley. Hensley has a lot of space here, trying to bounce it outside. Shake off a couple tackles. Still on his feet, pushing forward as Hensley drags a couple of Wolverines with him all the way up here to about 23-yard line here. So call it a gain of about 7 on that one.
Well, he's going to earn his keep tonight. So he's been taking some shots, but he's just a hard guy to bring down, Ethan. And as you mentioned, he falls forward a lot, and he just picked up a couple extra yards, just sheer effort.
Hensley had a bit of a quiet game last week in that game against East Union. Only 8 carries, 15 yards, 6 receptions for 42 yards. But, of course, he is that top returning rusher from last year for this Cowboys team when they were up an 11-man. Now here's Whitehead rolling out left side, keeping it himself here. Has the first down. Now Drew inside, puts on this jukes with the spin. Flag is thrown near side as Whitehead sprints into the end zone. There is a flag.
Well, we either got a hold or maybe a face mask. We'll see.
We'll see what the official call is, but what a run. There from Whitehead with the juke, put a spin on, showing off all the moves, gets into the end zone, but is a holding there against Sidney on this near side. Looked like maybe a little action here out in that wide receiver spot.
Yeah, I think it was on the far side, as you mentioned, over there toward the Sidney sideline. So it was one of those where he just got tangled up, got a little bit to the jersey. He's kind of spun the defender a little bit. Of course, the way Whitehead was running, he didn't need a lot of help out there, but his teammate was trying to give him a look, and it's a spot foul. So
that'll push him back here past a few yards behind the original line of scrimmage here. It's going to be about a second and about 13 or so. They'll spot it.
But we saw the Cowboys respond after the other penalty was 15. They responded right away with a touchdown. So let's see what Coach Thompson draws up here on this, as you mentioned, second 13.
Sidney with 10:05 left here in this third quarter, looking for their first one of the season. Split backfield once again. Whitehead under center. This time they'll give it to Godfrey, far side. Immediately pressured in the backfield by Gordon, but is able to find that edge, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, they'll say. About a gain of maybe, that's really about no gain on that one. They'll say he got pushed out of bounds quite a bit closer to the line of scrimmage than about nothing on that one.
Wolverines did a really nice job of kind of stretching that out and forcing him to go side to side. He ran out of real estate, as you mentioned, Ethan, out of bounds. So still puts about 3rd and 12. And I wouldn't be surprised if Whitehead goes the air right here on this one.
I wouldn't. Little play action here potentially. They've had some success on that so far tonight.
Or give it off to Michael Hensley and let him run with it.
Certainly he is in the backfield right now. They put Colt Payne and Godfrey out wide on this near side, but before that we'll have the first time out taken here by Sidney in this first half, or in the second half, I should say. First time out of the second half, so as the teams take a quick break, we'll take one as well here back in about 30 seconds here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. 34-24 your score, Sidney up over East Mills at the moment.
What you want to do with your life? Feel like your job is at a standstill? Get your foot in the door with area manufacturing companies at Iowa Western Community College's SEAM program. Sign up now in the Center of Excellence for Advanced Manufacturing through IWCC. Classes are just 2 early evenings a week with holidays and summers off. Improve your current skills and learn new ones that will give you a new career or even enhance your current one. For more information on SEAM, contact IWCC's Clarinda Center at 712-542-5117.
And welcome back now here into Malvern, Iowa, here on the KMA video stream here at KMAland.com. Coming out of the first Sidney timeout here of the second half, 34-24 your score here. Both teams able to find the end zone on their first respective drives of the second half. Now Sidney started from the East Mills 30-yard line after a big-time return from Hensley. They find themselves behind the chains, though, after a holding penalty. 3rd and 12 coming up now here for the Cowboys. They'll split them out 3 wide, 2 to the right. Now they'll look to Hensley here in the flat. Hensley tries to drew back inside, stiff arms one defender, gets past another, and he's going to fall forward here all the way to about the 21-yard line. So give Hensley a lot of yards after catch on that one. Gets all the way. They're going to say maybe just shy. Going to be 4th and inches coming up here for Sidney.
Yeah, maybe a quick huddle. We saw that earlier. This time they got to make sure they don't evade the runner this time.
Now, the lineup again here, Whitehead under center, looking for the sneak, trying to get the hard count. And he is going to draw a flag. We'll see if it's trying to draw him up there. This is going to be against the offsides. They're against.
I think one of the Wolverines made contact with one of the helmets of the Cowboys was what Coach Thompson. Good discipline right there by the Cowboys, Ethan, to not flinch.
So that will give the Cowboys the first down, push them up here to about the 16-yard line now. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
That was a big conversion. Hensley got, about 13 of that, 14 yards he needed to put him in a good position to pick up that short 4th down, and they did.
Now split backfield again here for the Cowboys. Whitehead under center, gives it to Godfrey up the middle, and Godfrey gets tattooed there by a couple of Wolverines after a gain of about 1. Looked like Embray, one of them in there on that side.
Yeah, and Godfrey, pretty good size frame right there, and he got wrapped up and hit pretty good.
Knocked down to the 15-yard line,
A gain of 1.
5th play coming up now in this drive, about a 2nd and 9 here as we got about 8:45 left here in this 3rd quarter. Sidney still sitting with a nice 10-point lead at the moment, trying to extend that here. Got about 15 yards to go here to the end zone. But 2nd and about 9. Looking for the conversion. Now they'll come out I formation. Whitehead under center, Hensley there in the backfield. They'll get a little fake the handoff now. Rolling out to his left is Whitehead. He's going to be wrapped up. They're chased down really nicely there by Caleb Urban on that left side. Going to be a gain of just about 2.
Well, Urban did a good job not falling for the inside fake, and he saw Whitehead on the bootleg right there and stayed with him, closed the gap, and got a yard or 2 gain, but it's still a 3rd and long. Wolverines desperate here, Ethan, need to stop here and not allow the Cowboys in this end zone.
3rd and 7 coming up. Big play here with the Wolverines. Bend, don't break mentality here as they bring big man Levi McDonald back in. That nose tackle spot. They'll spread him out 3 wide here for Whitehead and the gun. They'll drop back, looking to pass. Under some pressure, steps up, trying to get away. Gets away from the pressure now. Looking for the first, has the first. Skips through a couple of defenders and to the end zone. Grant Whitehead on the scramble. On the score for the Sidney Cowboys.
Well, just you shed some hard tackles, Ethan. The Wolverines had a couple chances, maybe 3 to bring him down and stop him. And Whitehead, shifty as he was, kept his balance, kept moving forward, and got in the end zone. So what a big run there by Grant Whitehead. And Cowboys now 16 up and looking to add to it.
Whitehead now 4 total touchdowns on the night. Had 3 of them through the air already. Now has his first rushing touchdown. Had one called back earlier this drive. So makes up for it right there on the scramble now. 2-point conversion coming up here for the Cowboys, looking to try to make this. And they're going to give it to Hensley near side, and Hensley looking for the corner, and he's not going to get there. Trying to reach for it, but East Mills defense stands tall. The Wolverines cut him off. They're at the pylon, and so it will stick here at a 40-24 ball game. Sidney up over East Mills. With 7:39 left here in this 3rd quarter, we'll step aside here real quick. Back after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back here into Malvern, Iowa, here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. About a 30-yard drive, ultimately. A couple of penalties push them a little further back, but it's capped off there by a 15-yard scramble there for the score by Whitehead. Gives us a 40-24 score after the failed two-point conversion. Kickoff here. It's going to be fielded. It's a muffed reception there by the Wolverines. It is going to be recovered, though, here by the Wolverines.
Well, that was kind of a weird bounce. It just kind of a knuckleball as it come off the ground right there, and probably lucky that the Wolverines just fell on that. Looks like another cramp maybe from one of the Wolverines.
So one of the Wolverines getting that right leg stretched out a little bit here after that.
All these guys play both ways, special teams, and of course now with a couple guys out with injuries, they even more calling upon some guys to probably pick up the slack a little bit.
So there's about 7:38 left here, and that was Urban. Actually looked like he was getting stretched out there.
He's definitely had a leg workout tonight, hasn't he?
He has, but he pops right back up after that. Looks like he might be coming to the sideline initially after that. So we'll see.
Find some fluids quick, and he's going to have to go back on attack because he's the guy that's going to be the quarterback. So
gonna shake it off on the sideline.
Might have to sit out one play.
I do think you might have to come off here for at least one. He'll be sticking here to the side. Then we'll see who East Mills decides to throw under center here for the next play or two potentially as they come up 1st and 10 here from their own about 19-yard line is where they ultimately hauled that last one in at.
I think it might be number 18 here, maybe.
I believe it's Jack Gordon. They're going to be maybe having. He gets the signal from the sideline, so he's going to work his way back to the huddle here.
19-yard line.
As Jack Gordon, I believe, will be taking the snaps here. 40-24 your score here. Sidney up over East Mills at the moment. There's 7:38 left. They'll come to the line. And actually, it's going to be direct snapped here, I believe, to Jackson Embray. He's going to gain about one on that carry.
From the carry. Game run to the 20. Second down.
Looks like maybe a official stoppage here for another injured player. So it's interesting, though. We haven't seen many of the Cowboys suffer some of this, though, have we?
No, not too many Cowboys have gone down, but a lot of Wolverines. It is Jack Gordon, actually, who was down there. He does pop right back up, though. Now he's going to head over to the sideline. So a lot of second and third stringers getting some reps here for East Mills, especially on this offensive side. I do believe I don't see him on the sideline. It looks like Urban is going to be heading back in here. He's getting the signals here from Schaefer on the sideline, but Urban now will head back out to the huddle there after getting stretched out after that kickoff return a couple of plays ago.
I think from Coach Schaefer, I'm going to drop that one play they had last time where they had the guy right down the middle for a touchdown because they need something here quick. It's this game now, Sidney starting to kind of get away from the Wolverines here in the third quarter.
Play resumed, 2nd down and 9 for the Wolverines.
Split shotgun look here for Urban. Official will run in here to
official timeout.
Official timeout here, it looks like. Maybe looking to give these guys maybe a water break here after some of these cramps potentially. So as the officials take all their time out here, we'll take one as well here back after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Business majors at Northwest Missouri State University gain the knowledge and the experiences of agriculture as well as business foundations. Northwest's faculty focuses on 4 core areas: agricultural finance, agricultural marketing, agricultural policy, and economics of agricultural production. Career opportunities in this field at Northwest include agricultural sales representative, grain merchandising, agricultural lender, operations manager, and claims adjuster. Find out more about an agricultural business major at Northwest Missouri State University.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing. Much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to their communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. Well, to learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
Family, they're always there when you need them. We feel the same about banking. At PCSB, we believe in building relationships that never close. That's why we offer ITMs with extended hours and a breadth of digital services for your convenience. But it's our people who create a true connection with our community. We don't stop working for you when the workday is done. We're always your bank, and we're always working for you. PCSB, we believe in you. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. Member FDIC.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream here at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you on this one. 40-24 your score here at the moment. Both teams taking a bit of a water break here at the moment. Had some cramping situations.
Well, and I think we have a light situation, too. The lights at the north side of the end field, Ethan, have kind of gone out. So,
oh, yeah, it looks like a little issue.
There's still enough light on the field, but I wonder if everybody's okay with it, they'll just go ahead and play it.
So the officials have been having quite a few conversations here with both coaches and some of the personnel here for East Mills at the facility here currently. As we mentioned, those lights at the end zone here, out here at the moment. They're having a conversation here in midfield right now. Here with you, on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Also plenty of other action going on right now around KMAland. Also on the video stream right now. Trevor Maynard, Jesse Cox have the call at Fremont Mills Lennox. Another game that had been pretty close for the most part as of late. We can get you a quick score update here. Check out. And Lennox has pulled away a little bit in that one against Fremont Mills, but that's also available, of course, at the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Also, of course, we've had the Connection Show going on over on KMA 960 Shenandoah and also KMA FM 99.1 with Galera Shenandoah with Derek Martin, Ryan Matheny. And, of course, plenty of reporters that are out getting plenty of scores for you out around KMA land. Also, of course, later on tonight we'll have the scoreboard show, wrapping up plenty of wraps from those reporters, a lot of interviews with coaches and all that. Good stuff coming your way later on tonight. Plenty of post-game coverage on the way this evening. Of course, we'll have stories later on tonight, KMAland.com for both of these games. East Mills, Sidney, whoever the victor is of that one, and also Lennox, Fremont Mills. So, plenty to look forward to tonight as the teams do start to reassemble a little bit here out of this timeout. Again, 40-24 your score here at the moment. Sidney up over East Mills right now, and a pretty big drive right now coming up here for East Mills, Brian, if they want to try to keep this going here. Still got about 7:27 left here in this third quarter, so still quite a bit of football left to play, but definitely East Mills trying to keep this one in range here late.
Yeah, and they need to score because the Sidney offense right now has got all cylinders rolling right now with Whitehead, Hensley, and Godbob. They've really been able to kind of just control. Hensley's just been a beast to bring down, and so Coach Kevin Schaefer knows for the Wolverines, we've got to find a way to score, keep it close, maybe get that turnover on the special teams, which we saw they could capitalize, get an interception, maybe get the fumble, and have a chance. Stay within striking distance. Get within a touchdown late. Gosh, you know football. You just never know. We watched the Huskers last night. You just never know what's going to happen late in the game. So,
right, still technically just a 2-point score. If you can get a couple of 2-point conversions, only down 16 at the moment here. If you're East Mills, again, still plenty of football left to play. Of course, we mentioned Michael Hensley, who has been an all-around.
I don't know. Is this?
Sidney is coming back onto the field, but the officials still talking with some of the East Mills personnel here, maybe trying to figure out the situation. It does look like it is just maybe just one light that is out at the north end.
There's two light stands.
Two light stands, yeah.
There's two at the north end of the field right there. It looks like the field itself is pretty well lit. It's like, if it was one of the side ones over there, then you'd probably have a safety issue you couldn't see. But
and now we'll send Sidney. Sidney will regather here. East Mills still hasn't come back on the field yet. The officials still talking things over here, so we're still having this stoppage of play here. 40-24 24 here at the moment. We'll step aside here real quick, maybe see if we can gather maybe some additional information here for you. Back after this stoppage of play here, 40-24 your score here, Sidney up over East Mills on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Are you dealing with a chronic respiratory condition? Rogers Pharmacy can provide what you need. Rogers Pharmacy offers a full line of respiratory equipment like oxygen, BiPAP, CPAP, and nebulizers. Rogers Pharmacy isn't a big box pharmacy where you may have to wait for days and weeks to get what you need. They're a full-service, independent, family-owned pharmacy, and they go above and beyond to offer you the quality service and products you deserve. See Rogers Pharmacy in Tarkio, Maryville, Mound City, St. Joseph, and Stanberry, Missouri. Visit Rogers Pharmacy online at rogersrx.com.
Dr. Katie Greer, and I am an orthopedic surgeon specializing in foot and ankle surgery at Shenandoah Medical Center. At SMC, we are able to offer a wide range of treatment options to reduce pain and improve mobility, including surgery, pain-relieving injections, and specialized physical therapy. To learn more about all of the orthopedic services provided at Shenandoah Medical Center, please call us at 712-246-7400.
Okay, and welcome back now here on the KMA video stream here at KMAland.com. Still got some stoppage in play here, and we thought maybe there are a couple of light stands on the north end side of the field that have been out, but we've also actually kind of received word that the officials are having some issues maybe with some of the crowd. There's been an crowd issue here that at least is what we've received so far.
And who knows, it could be a safety, something like that where officials don't feel safe and, they're getting some law enforcement. I don't know, but all I know is we've been in stoppage now, probably going on 7-8 minutes?
Yeah, it goes something like that. I believe it was about 8:55 or so that we did enter in that stoppage. 9:02 now here at the moment here, and this stoppage comes with about 7:27 left here in this third quarter, and officials really have made no indication yet of it looks like they're still addressing maybe whatever issue it is here over on this north side of the field. It looks like that might be some of the reason for this stoppage in play here at the moment. But again, it's been a pretty fun game so far. Both these teams have had their runs so far. In that first half, of course, East Mills has struck first on the first play from scrimmage. It was a big run there for Zach Thornburg, who got them his first team, about 46-yard sprint there on that one. But then Sidney was able to respond, knotted up at 6-6 after Grant Whitehead was able to find Michael Hensley on some play action. That's where we ended up that first quarter tied up at 6-6 here. And then in the second quarter, both teams got it going a little bit. Sidney took it 34 yards on 6 plays, and they converted a nice fourth down there. Whitehead was able to find Braden Godfried. And then East Mills then responded with a couple of straight scoring drives to take an 18-12 lead before Sidney was able to respond. Michael Hensley capped off a nice 65-yard drive, and they also got the 2-point conversion on that one, took a 20-18 lead. And also late in that first half, Sidney forced a 3-and-out, then they chunked their way down the field for 57 yards, and Godfried ran it in from 19 yards out to give them a 28-18 lead. And then we've had a couple of scores. Both teams were able to score on their first possession in the second half, and then Sidney, of course, coming up with that most recent score there after a 30-yard drive. And the officials are still working some things out right now. They're having some conversations with some crowd members a little bit, with some East Mills people, and we'll have it looks like the teams are getting set now here. Well, all right, it sounds like maybe we had an emergency vehicle that had to leave the premises potentially, and of course they always have to have some sort of medical personnel on site for these games, so it looks like that also could have been something potentially, but of course nothing necessarily officially, but we've had a stoppage of play here for quite some time now, going on almost 10 minutes now. So play is now getting set to resume here. So with the 7:27 left now, we'll get back to the action here. East Mills coming up 2nd and 9. Now here from the gun, here's Urban dropping back, looking to throw deep down the right sideline, looking for his man. Oh, it was in and out of the hands there of Sheldon Vanderberg down that right sideline. Out of step, had it right in his hands, but just couldn't quite haul it in. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
3rd down and 9.
After the stoppage in play here, East Mills now looking to, of course, that is just a little awkward if you're these two teams. You you kind of get into the groove of things. Now you have a bit of an extended break here.
Well, I guess the only good thing is you can get some extra fluids that might stop some of the cramp issues, and you can kind of regroup. But yeah, it's just you're in a groove. You got a routine right there, and all of a sudden you have almost like a secondary halftime.
Right. It's almost about 10 minutes or so that they were stopped there for whatever reason. No official confirmation yet on what exactly the stoppage was for, but now we'll have a flag thrown here before the snap.
Like a delay a game.
Yep. Came from the defensive backfield, so that'll push back East Mills another 5 yards. Going to be about a 3rd and 14 coming up.
Well, right now both teams are kind of discombobulated right now, trying to deal with this. East Mills couldn't get back to the huddle on time, get the play in, and you got to get your players, if you're the coaches right now, kind of refocused, Ethan. And there's still a lot of football to be played tonight.
Yes, we've got about 7:20 left here in this third, whole other quarter. Yeah, coming up after that here. Now Urban heads back here to the huddle after getting the signals from Schaefer on the sideline. Third and about 14 now coming up here for the Wolverines. See what they draw up. They'll spread them out here 3 wide. In the gun, empty backfield here for Urban. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Fires it over the middle, looking for Embre, and just a little underthrown. That's going to draw the pass interference. There in coverage is Elliott Ward. Embre trying to come back on that one, and Elliott Ward didn't quite get his head turned around, just ends up kind of being right in the way of that one.
Well, again, the defender's got to turn and locate the ball. Didn't do it, so officials will mark off 15 and a first down for the Wolverines.
That'll be just enough for the first down here for East Mills. It's going to push them all the way up just past the 30-yard line. Yep, right at the 30 is where they'll mark it. So, fresh set of downs now coming up here for East Mills after the mistake there by that Sidney defense, which we hadn't really seen so far tonight. The Sidney defense has been pretty sound, but, of course, first penalty for them there. It comes up and gives East Mills a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they've really caused havoc and when they've gotten good pressure in the backfield. But if Urban's got a chance to throw, we've seen him deliver some nice passes.
Now he's going to look to throw again here into the flat on the near side. Here has his man, and that one brought down a little awkwardly there by Cole Payne, Embre, but it's going to be a loss of about 2 on that completion.
Nice job by Colt Payne right there. He closed the gap, and not only that, it was a screen play. He doesn't get him. There's a little bit of room out there to run, but Payne did his job, ripped him down, and like you said, lost the play.
Covering up about a 2nd and 12 now coming up for the Wolverines. So to get to 6:45 left now here in the third. Wolverines now get set here. The Sidney defense trying to rebound from that defensive pass interference. Showing a little pressure. They'll drop back though. Urban now under some pressure still though. He's trying to get away from him. He's going to get wrapped up from behind. It's going to be a big time loss coming up with that one. I'm trying to get the number of who that was. Number's a little.
It's like number 2 for the Cowboys right there.
I believe that might have been Tate Mount.
Yep.
Coming in there.
Been kind of quiet tonight. We haven't called his name much, but he's been a guy that's kind of probably taken on a couple blockers and stuff like that and allowed some of his teammates to get in there.
And it looks like Jack Gordon again cramping up a little bit here on this near sideline. It looks like another stoppage and play here, but the Sidney defense coming up with some big plays here at the moment. That was a loss there of about 7, so it's going to be about a 3rd and 20 here as Gordon is tended to here on this near sideline.
There's kind of a cool sight just appearing over the horizon to the north and east there. Look at that orange harvest moon there.
Yes, a little haze in the air maybe tonight. And a little red moon coming up over the fields of corn beyond this East Mills football field. And Gordon still is getting tended to.
They call that a blue moon because it's the second full moon of a month. So
I think so. Yeah. So as Gordon is tended to here, we'll step aside here real quick, about 30 seconds here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Family, they're always there when you need them. We feel the same about banking. At PCSB, we believe in building relationships that never close. That's why we offer ITMs with extended hours and a breadth of digital services for your convenience. But it's our people who create a true connection with our community. We don't stop working for you when the workday is done. We're always your bank, and we're always working for you. PCSB, we believe in you. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. Member FDIC.
You dealing with a chronic respiratory condition? Rogers Pharmacy can provide what you need. Rogers Pharmacy offers a full line of respiratory equipment like oxygen, BiPAP, CPAP, and nebulizers. Rogers Pharmacy isn't a big box pharmacy where you may have to wait for days and weeks to get what you need. They're a full-service, independent, family-owned pharmacy, and they go above and beyond to offer you the quality service and products you deserve. See Rogers Pharmacy in Tarkio, Maryville, Mound City, St. Joseph, and Stanberry, Missouri. Visit Rogers Pharmacy online at rogersrx.com.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you for this Class 8 player District 10 action here tonight, as both teams are trying to get going on the line here, but there is Jack Gordon is still on the field. They're getting tended to.
Well, I say this is probably the game I've done. It's got the most stoppages for various reasons.
Especially the second half. We've seen a lot of injury timeouts. It looked like maybe a water break, and now Gordon.
Yeah, that's. I mean, and it's the same guys cramping up, so it just means they can't get enough fluids and those minerals in their system, those muscles, to keep them from cramping. And if you've ever had cramp, it just debilitates you. You just can't do anything. And
so Gordon has been carried off.
They don't have
the shoulders here to the sideline.
At the higher levels, college and pros, they got the IV things you can hook up to and get that stuff in your system right away. But
nonetheless, it's a big 3rd and 20 now coming up here for East Mills. Urban dropping back under some pressure again. Steps up, throws here to Embry on the near side. Embry comes up with another big-time catch down to about the 31-yard line.
We saw him make some catches. Cale Urban, I tell you what, he flings it out there and gives his receivers a chance, and especially Embry's been able to come down with the ball. Big first down right there.
About a gain of 29 there on that one. Another big-time gain and catch.
Embry's a human highlight reel, isn't he?
He has put on a show on working on that boundary spot for his Wolverines here tonight. Couple of big catches. That, of course, had that big-time one-handed touchdown catch earlier in the game. Now 1st and 10 coming up. Now into Sidney territory here at the 30-yard line here for the Wolverines. 5:43 left here in this third. Quickly to the line. And the shotgun, that's going to be a timeout instead, called here by East Mills. I
think the play was so far down, the guys I think they're just exhausted, Ethan. They're having a hard time getting up back to the line of scrimmage in time. The play clock just gets going so fast that players just aren't, the play's not coming in. You take 3-4 seconds here, 3-4 seconds there, and all of a sudden you realize you get up to the line of scrimmage, you got 5 seconds to snap the ball. You don't have enough time.
Mm-hmm. So as the players take a quick break, we'll take another quick one as well here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Back here in about 30 seconds.
Seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you, coming out of the East Mills timeout. Here, 5:40 left here in this third quarter. 40-24 your score. The Cowboys up over the Wolverines, but East Mills driving a little bit here down to the Sidney 30-yard line. See what the Wolverines draw up here. Urban in the gun, getting his players set. Now he'll drop back into the gun here, empty backfield. And snap here under pressure immediately. Gets it away, though, and that's going to be a flag in the backfield. Looks like maybe going to be a little late hit there from Godfrey, potentially. The pass was incomplete.
Well, it might have been a blow to the head, right there, just as he tried to get the ball knocked out of the air. He probably hit him. So, maybe targeting.
Targeting. It looks like
that was the signal, wasn't it?
I believe so. So that's going to push Sidney up quite a ways here.
That's 15 and an automatic first down.
Automatic first. So Godfrey has been thrown out after that targeting.
Yeah. So there's no review in high school, so if the official deems it's targeting, so.
Yep, and Thompson pleading his case here over on the Sidney sideline. Godfrey has been a big part of this Cowboys offense and defense tonight, so that's a big loss there off that targeting. I didn't see the hit itself.
But I'm not sure, and the rule is if you're out of this one, you're out of the next one too, or not.
It wasn't the second half, so we'll have to probably double check on that, whether Godfrey will be available maybe in the first half.
As you mentioned, that's a huge loss because he was a big threat of offense and, of course, defense putting so much pressure in the backfield.
So we'll see now that pushes 15 yards up for East Mills, all the way up here to the 15-yard line now. And now some discussions here.
Wolverines.
The Wolverines.
The Cowboy 15-yard line.
Urban getting the play call into his players here. Thompson also still looked like he's still kind of pleading his case a little bit to the ref. And so now it's an official, I guess they're officially just kind of reiterating his call there for targeting. Actually, they're going to, I guess, not eject him.
Or did they get the wrong player?
I think they might be switching the players here who maybe potentially got ejected as a new. I'm not 100% sure who they.
I know Godfrey's back in.
Either way, Godfrey is back in the game. So now here's Urban dropping back. 1st and 10 from the 15 over to the near flatten. A big-time hit there by Payne on the near side. I believe that was Rodigan there on the reception.
Well, the biggest thing for East Mills, though, Ethan, is they got the 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. It continues to drive, so we're hoping nobody got ejected. You hope that all the players get a chance to.
I would say, well, he didn't necessarily. I don't think he signaled. He didn't signal ejection when he signaled again.
He did not. Maybe they talked about it. Maybe they realized it was just kind of an incidental blow to the head. It wasn't, with the intent to injure.
Right. So now 2nd and 12 coming up here for East Mills. Empty backfield. Urban dropping back under some immediate pressure. Just has to kind of get rid of that one.
That's going to be intentional grounding.
That's going to be intentional grounding. No one there in the
vicinity. Urban's down now.
Urban is a little slow to get up after that one. It looked like Gabe Johnson was there with the one to wrap him up in the backfield. So that's after the intentional grounding.
He's kind of grabbing his shoulder too, which we already saw Zach Thornburg suffer a shoulder injury, and hopefully Gil Urban can get up and kind of shake that one off.
He'll walk his way off to the sideline under his own power here. Clear a little shaken up, though, here. So now East Mills will be looking for someone to try to take over here. Urban has fought through a lot here tonight. I believe he's been one of the players that's also been dealing with some cramps a little bit. Now we're going to have a rough intentional grounding called here officially called against the Wolverines here now as.
Now, Urban, right-handed quarterback, realized he was under duress right there, ended up throwing it left-handed, but there was no receiver anywhere near ball. That prompted the thing, so
that'll push him back.
That's a loss of down, I believe, too, Ethan.
Yeah, that's going to make it 3rd down, and 3rd down on the mile coming up now here for East Mills, and they'll also be having likely whoever might be their 3rd stringer coming in here.
This might be the longest 3rd quarter I think I've done in quite a while. We're going on about 55 minutes, I think, for 1 quarter of football.
I do remember checking the clock. It's about 8:40 or so when we did start this quarter. Yeah, going on here. Nearly 40 minutes now, and I believe they're just going to probably go just a little wildcat here with Embre and set to take the snap. And Embre up the middle here looking for a hole. He's going to get about 5 yards on that one. So a little damage control there from Embre. On the direct snap, he'll get it to about the 25.
Just get some positive yardage. It's 4th down, and you're down by 16 points. At least you're in a position here where if you decide to throw it up, of course you can't throw to Embre because he's the guy receiving the ball now. But here comes Urban back in.
Is coming back
now he'll be able to throw the ball hopefully.
Well, didn't look like he was favoring either of those arms or anything like that. So he looks refreshed after shaking it off on the sideline, toughing it out. As he'll come back out here in the gun now, single receivers out wide. He'll drop back to passer, looking at left side, looking for Embre down the sideline. Embre not going to be able to haul that one in. Double coverage there. Couple of defenders.
Nice job by Whitehead, the quarterback. He was roaming that free safety spot. Ethan come over, tracked it, didn't try to, just knocked it down. That's better than interception because you go back to the line of scrimmage, Ethan, and take over there on downs.
That is, as you mentioned, the turnover on downs. Now Sidney takes over at their own 25-yard line. Sitting here with a 40-24 lead here with just still got 4 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter here. As the Cowboys return to the offensive side. I got my stats right here. Sidney has scored four straight drives now, so they have been clicking on all cylinders. They come out I formation here at their own 25, 1st and 10. They'll give it to Hensley, far side, bouncing it back inside. Now working towards this near side. Flag is thrown. It was a gain of about a couple. We'll see.
Probably a hold, I'm guessing.
Flag was thrown right at that play, so we'll See what the official call is here, and it is holding against Sidney, so knock him back 10 yards.
Holding against the Cowboys.
There's not been much flow in this third quarter, has there?
No,
It's
there
just
is
been
not.
a lot of just choppiness, and some not the fault of the players, and some just, we're getting to that point where fatigue is kicking in now. These guys have been playing, both ways, special teams, and
we're going on almost 2.5 hours
Yeah.
now. These guys have been going at it here tonight. So
it's cooled off nice, though. It's a nice, beautiful night for football, and it's dry. There's still a little bit of breeze. It's still probably mid 70s, and so it's not terribly humid, which is going to help players. But still, early season, you just kind of haven't got quite in that game conditioning yet.
So after the penalty, 1st and 20 now here for Sidney. Whitehead in the gun, 2 receivers out to his right. He'll drop back, looking to throw under some pressure, steps up in the pocket, now has some room to rumble, and now he's going to get past the tackler, now he's going to have the first down, looking for the edge, cuts it back and spites, spin move again, Whitehead still going to the 30, now to the 20, Wolverine trying to chase him down, now he's tumbling and stumbling, spinning all the way down to the 5-yard line. What a run there from Whitehead.
Well, he left about 4 or 5 Wolverines in the dust, just spinning and continued to move and looked like he was going to fall down, maintained his balance, and what a huge run right there. The Cowboys now.
50-yard run there from Whitehead.
If I'm Whitehead, I want to coach call me timeout so I can get a break.
So now that's going to set up 1st and goal here from the Wolverines' 5-yard line.
I think they might go ahead and take a timeout just to kind of catch their breath as the play clock's ticking down under 5 right now.
Yeah, they're actually going to try and go to the line, and Thompson, I think, did call a timeout there just before the play clock hits 0. So that does leave Sidney with just 1 timeout left now here in the second half. So Players take a quick break here. We'll step aside again. Still got over 3 minutes left here in this third quarter. Back after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Ask me what my dad does, I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Shop Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, I'll get that done for you. But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Shop Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you in this one. Still got over 3 minutes left here in this third quarter of action here tonight. Had quite a few stoppages here tonight, including that we had about a 10-minute or so stoppage of play there at one point as they were attending to some off-field issues.
From the 5.
But now, 1st and goal coming up here from the 5 here for Sidney after a big-time 60-yard scramble there from Grant Whitehead. He has been doing it all tonight, showing off the wheels, a spin move, now I formation here. They'll give it to Hensley up the gut. He's also been big tonight. He's going to lower the boom on a defender, and he's going to push his way all the way up to about the 1.
That's a pretty good call. I mean, his long frame right there, if he falls forward, he's got 2 yards even, but he gets those shoulders parallel. He just such a good job going north and south and puts this Sidney team on his back, and they tell you what, they've responded tonight.
I formation once more, about a yard to gain. This time they'll give it to Hensley again, and he is not quite. Is he going to get there? He does! Hensley powers into the end zone, and Sidney extends their lead to 46-24 now here over the East Mills Wolverines as Hensley finds his way into the end zone for the second time tonight on the ground.
It'd be a big statement win for this team. They've been playing 11-man football. They have, been upper class, dropped to 8-man this year. They've got some pieces, and they suffered that, that tough loss with East Union last week, 53-30. But boy, their offense tonight has come up big tonight, Ethan. They put up themselves with 46 points.
Certainly with 2:34 left now here in the third. They will look to go for it here. The 2-point conversion. Now empty the backfield. Whitehead dropping back, looking to throw under some pressure. Gets away from an initial defender. Now just rolling out, has the room, and he's just going to take it into the end zone himself and makes it 48-24 now. Here's Sidney up over the East Mills Wolverines here with just over 2.5 left here in the third. We'll step aside here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Chat Mobility has provided Southwest Iowa with the latest technology and a high-speed nationwide network. More importantly, Chat Mobility provides real customer service that you can only get from a local company. When you choose Chat Mobility, we take the time to answer all of your questions and to make sure you're totally comfortable with your phone. You'll have peace of mind knowing that we are here to help with any concerns you may have going forward. Real hometown customer service only from Chat Mobility.
I'm Mike Wilson, Chief Operating Officer here at Cubbies.
My name is Delone Wilson, and I'm president of Cubbies Convenience Stores.
I started out with Cubbies as a cashier to a store manager within 2 months, and then as a district manager. I can see myself with Cubbies for the long term.
We're looking for team members that smile, that are friendly, that want to help the customer, they want to learn, they want to grow, and they've got a great positive attitude.
If that's you, apply now. Text Cubbies, C-U-B-B-Y-S, to 242424.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt and Brian Bertini here with you in this one. 48-24 your score here with about 2.5 left here in this third quarter here as Sidney now gets set to kick this one away. It was just a 3-play drive there for East Sidney, but they go long ways down the field now. A line drive kick here. It is fielded here at about the 15 and it's brought up about past the 25 or so. By the Wolverines. And now East Mills will try to find something, find a little momentum potentially here as we get to the waning minutes here of this third quarter. And also make it 5 straight drives now that Sidney has found their way into the end zone. And East Mills trying to get something going here after that turnover on downs on their last drive. They'll take over here at about their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, just looking for maybe a big chunk play, maybe, busted coverage in the backside. We've shown Urban's been able to throw the ball deep if he gets some time.
It's also been toughing out some tough hits tonight, and he's going to try to throw this one here to Brodigan and has him at the line of scrimmage, and Brodigan going to power his way forward. Quick little burst there for about 8 yards.
Screen's a good play. If you know you're going to get a good aggressive pass rush, those are nice plays because those guys want to tee off and get in the backfield. Urban waited until the defenders got there, cleared out, like you said, Brodigan got out on the outside. Nice gain on that one, picked up about 8.
Going to bring up second and short now, here from about the 34-yard line here for the Wolverines. As we get under 2 minutes left now here in this third quarter. Wolverines come to the line here, Urban, empty backfield. And he'll take this snap here, keep it himself near side, and Urban going to get brought down from behind there on that stop. Colton Wilson, the senior, wraps him up from behind, got a hold of that jersey, and holds him just short of the line to gain.
They're going to
give it to him, actually. First down here for East Mills.
And Sidney will be content to let East Mills run the ball and get 2 or 3 yards at a pop here because the clock is the Cowboys' friend right now as we climb under about a minute and a half here in the third quarter. With their 24-point lead, they're in firm control. And I think you'll probably see the Cowboys go the ground game a little bit more now to chew up some time here when they get the ball back.
They got a guy back there, Michael Hensley, who can
he
grind
does.
out those yards. So we'll see what East Mills can do here. Try to get a score here quickly before the end of the quarter. Urban drops back, looking to throw. He's going to fire it deep near sideline to Embray, and Embray not quite able to haul it in. There is catching up as Ladarius Albright, and that's going to draw some pass interference. There with Darius Albright, the junior linebacker in coverage there on Embray.
Well, again, Urban gave his receiver a chance, Ethan. He throws it up, and the defender didn't turn around, and Embray was trying to work back to the ball. Shield, so in high school, it's not a spot foul. It's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, but it is a first down.
First down's going to put them all the way up here, I believe, inside the 30 now. So
first down, Wolverines.
Big time. Opportunity here for East Mills.
Got to credit their offensive line, Ethan. For sometimes they've been able to give Urban a chance to, get that long pass off, and there's a case right there.
Not 100% sure who get those numbers here just a
Balls
moment.
on the Cowboy 30-yard line.
Easton, Lane Maston, Cooper Hagan, a couple of those linemen up there for the Wolverines, giving it some time. Now Urban under a little pressure, a little screen pass again to the near side to Brodigan. Brodigan has the edge and brought down kind of awkwardly that time. Yes, they're going to get a horse collar likely there on, I believe that was Colt Payne, who brought down Brodigan kind of awkwardly there from behind.
Well, that's, the yardage plus the 15. There'll be a dead ball foul, so The penalty's been the friends of the Wolverines right now. Coach Thompson probably not happy with this Cowboy defense being a little bit undisciplined.
That was a gain of about 10 on that one already, so it might have been enough for the first down, but now we're going to have the horse collar on top of that.
Horse collar against the Cowboys.
So, push them even forward here. A couple of mental lapses here for Sidney has given East Mills a great opportunity here to try to close this gap. And we do still have a minute and 1 second left here in this third, as now the Wolverines will be down here at the 10-yard line. First and goal now coming up for the Wolverines.
On the 10-yard line for the Wolverines.
Empty backfield once more here for Urban. Couple receivers out wide. Now he'll drop back to throw under some pressure here. Just gets it away. Had a man in the area, so there on that pressure was Tate Mount again. And bringing him on some blitzes from his linebacker spot as he forces the incompletion of the second and goal. Sophomore already has a sack on the night. Another pressure right there. 4.5 tackles last week for him as well, and now lost to East Union. We'll see what East Mills draws up here. 57 seconds left, second and goal. Down 48-24 here at the moment. Urban now once again here in the gun. Single receivers out wide. Dropping back, looking to throw to that right side. Tossing it up here to the end zone. Looking for his man, and it is caught. And that one, there on that one, Sheldon Vandenberg there on the reception in the end zone to give this Wolverines team a little bit of life here late in this third quarter.
Urban just threw that sky high right there. Looked like a pop fly, and it just kind of nestled down, and the defender didn't see it. And as you mentioned, the receiver gathered it enough, and just enough. And it's like that, courtesy of the two penalties by the Cowboys, the Wolverines find the end zone here in the second half.
Vandenberg's first reception of the night comes at a big moment. Big-time touchdown closes the gap 48-30. Now the Wolverines down 18 at the moment, trying to make it a 16-point game with this two-point attempt. Single receivers out wide. Urban dropping back, looking to throw. Has his man there. Is wide open as Brodigan, and he'll waltz his way into the end zone for the two-point try. So now we're back to a two-possession ball game here with 50 seconds left here in this third quarter. We'll step aside. Back after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Reliable internet matters to you, and it matters to FMTC too. So what does reliable look like? At FMTC, reliable means 99% uptime. And if there's a problem, we measure resolution in minutes, not hours or days. You need bandwidth, and FMTC has it. Up to 1 gig. Our fiber internet offers equal download and upload speeds, in addition to being unlimited and reliable. FMTC Fiber, internet worth talking about.
At Hawkeye Ford, we go the extra mile for our valued customers. No matter where you purchased your vehicle, our expert team provides top-notch service with unwavering commitment to excellence. We ensure your ride gets the best care it deserves. From routine maintenance to major repairs, we got you covered. Experience the convenience and expertise of Hawkeye Ford Service Department today. Call Hawkeye Ford at 712-623-5147 to book your vehicle service needs.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you in this one. 48-32 your score now here after East Mills able to find the pay dirt after that one from Urban to Vandenberg, and then also from Urban to Brodigan there on the two-point try to make it just a two-possession ball game now here, down 16.
It's too early. I think it's still a quarter to go here, so we don't think you'll see an onside kick. I think we'll try to kick. Well, they're going to lose punch kick here.
Little punch kick here. It is fielded, though, quickly there by Mount at about the 34-yard line. So the Sidney offense will come back onto the field, and they are feeling pretty good right now. 5 straight scoring drives for this Cowboys offense. They have posted 48. They're looking to try to add to that lead potentially here. Got about 48 seconds left here.
I think we'll see a heavy dose of Michael Hensley on the ground, and also we've seen Grant Whitehead, use his legs to score some touchdowns, courtesy of that big 50-some-yard touchdown run the last time they had the ball.
Certainly Hensley, 18 carries, 84 yards already tonight on the ground. Couple of rushing touchdowns as well to his name. Had a receiving touchdown earlier as well. I formation here. They will give it to Hensley up the middle, and Hensley able to break away, gets through a couple of tacklers, and he's eventually wrapped up there after a gain of about 12. So Sidney will take that all day.
Again, once he gets through that initial surge right there, he's matched up one-on-one with some defensive backs. he's a load to bring down.
Carrying now 100 yards on the ground tonight is Hensley's up to 96 as the Wolverines make a quick substitution here. 1st and 10 now coming up here from the Wolverines, about just inside the 35 here for Sidney. We'll give it to Hensley again, and Hensley gets through some initial tackles. Now has some room. No one to beat. Hensley breaks away to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Sidney. And the Cowboys extend their lead and make a rushing touchdown, number 3 for Hensley on the night.
And nobody, little cross misdirection right there. He cut back across the grain, and how do you answer a score by the Wolverines? You do that. You come right back and give it to the hands of Michael Hensley, and he punches it in a couple plays, and just like that little momentum touchdown the Wolverines got erased quickly.
Makes it now 54-32 here with 18 seconds up to, as Brian mentioned, 2 plays there, 34-yard touchdown run for Hensley, his 3rd.
That was all Hensley on that drive, wasn't it?
Had that 12-yard run, then the 34-yard conversion there, and now a 2-point try coming up. All right, going to look to pass here, and he tosses this one here into Mount for a successful attempt on that one, so now make it 56-32. Sidney up over Easter Mills. So the Cowboys looking to cruise here as we get close to the close to the end of the 3rd quarter here. 18 seconds off. We'll step back here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Not sure what you want to do with your life? Feel like your job is at a standstill? Get your foot in the door with area manufacturing companies at Iowa Western Community College's SEAM program. Sign up now in the Center of Excellence for Advanced Manufacturing through IWCC. Classes are just 2 early evenings a week with holidays and summers off. Improve your current skills and learn new ones that will give you a new career or even enhance your current one. For more information on SEAM, contact IWCC's Clarinda Center at 712-542-5117.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back now here to the KMA video stream at KMAland.com on the ensuing kickoff there. Ball got past Sheldon Vandenberg there, who was back deep to return. Just a little short kick there, bounced right past him and able to pick it up. But it looked like he was there in the end zone for a second, but he is able to save it.
Yeah, he took the ball back in the end zone himself, and he's lucky. He almost got a safety right there, but he got out at about the 2.5-yard line. So Wolverines starting deep in the territory, and, boy, you don't want to give this Cowboy defense, let them pin their ears back now.
They've been able to get in the backfield quite a bit tonight. We'll see what the Wolverines can do here. As we mentioned, starting pretty deep in their own territory here, about 2, maybe 3-yard line, where they'll set up shop here as Urban gets the call in here from Schaefer. And now play clock is down to 7 seconds here. Wolverines come quickly to the line here, 3 seconds to get it off. Urban, that play clock is going to hit 0. But I think Schaefer, they're going to throw the flag. One ref threw the flag, but I do believe they're going to say Schaefer did get the timeout off in time. So they'll take that off. So with 12 seconds left here, Schaefer calls a timeout. That is his second of the night. So both teams are going to be heading here into the final quarter with just 1 timeout left here. We'll keep it with you here real quick. And Brian, honestly, it's kind of a test for the Sidney offense. They have had some success through the air, through the ground, and now they've been able to turn to Hensley. He's eclipsed, I believe he's eclipsed 100 yards rushing and 100 yards receiving tonight. So he has been a workhorse tonight here for the Cowboys.
Well, he's just gotten stronger and stronger, and he's able to use some breakaway speed. And the Wolverine defense is just exhausted. He's been on the field a lot, and getting pounded. And of course, long plays make you have to run a long way down there, and just. Yeah. Over and over, and of course they've lost a couple key players tonight, depth-wise, and it's just taking the toll on the Cowboys. Excited about being back in 8-man. They've got some really good size out there tonight, and they've been able to control the ball and put up some points. So that East Union game, kind of looking maybe East Union might be a pretty solid unit because this Sidney team looks good tonight.
Oh, yeah, and then Sidney had actually drawn it to just a 10-point game last week when they went into that final quarter. So Sidney certainly has shown some life here in their first year back in 8-man for the first time since 2019. Also, last time these two teams met each other And now Urban in his own end zone, dropping back here, and that one nearly intercepted just off of the fingertips there of Ladarius Albright. But there was looking for Embray, was Urban, and just overthrew him a little bit, and Albright can't quite haul in the interception.
Of course, East Mills, it's kind of hard to get a feel of what they might have been able to do tonight against Sidney when Zach Thornburg injured. Had the opening touchdown run, 47, went untouched on the 2-point conversion, hurt his shoulder, and has not returned since then. So Caleb Urban's kind of thrust into, the starting job of the quarterback. But he's actually held up pretty well tonight, Ethan, I think, considering the circumstances.
Oh, yeah, certainly. And obviously we kind of mentioned the length that this game has been going on. We're at about almost an hour now that this third quarter has been going on. Had a really long 10 to 15-minute stoppage. Now here's Urban dropping back, 2nd and 10 over the middle, looking for his man, can't connect. Really tight defense there from Andreas Buttrey.
Of course, there's still 2 seconds left in the quarter.
Yep, still got one more play at least here before the end of this quarter. 3rd and 10 going to be coming up here for East Mills.
Again, Sidney, though, looking to see if they can get a stop and then force a punt at this juncture would be from the end zone for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and certainly think about maybe coming after that one. There's a little less space to try to track down Gordon there, who's been punting it off for the Wolverines tonight. Now they'll come to the line, though, here 3rd and 10, deep in their own territory, about the 3-yard line.
And Grant Whitehood comes in kind of as a safety right there.
Urban looking to throw, has his man there for a moment, and Gordon gets laid out. They're had it for a second, and it looks like the defender who delivered that hit is a little shaken up, kind of. I believe I'm trying to get who that was, but Vandenberg couldn't quite haul it in.
I think that might be Grant Whitehead that took the shot.
So I don't see him standing up. I don't see the 15 standing up here, so that might be Whitehead down there. We'll get confirmation on that in a moment here if we can get a number, but either way, it is going to be a 4th and 10 coming up. It was Grant Whitehead, so he is up now. Looks like he's a little shaky walking off, but he's going to try and probably walk that one off there. So that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. After that play, we'll have the final quarter coming up. After this, 56-32 your score, Sidney up over East Mills here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
At Northwest Missouri State University gain the knowledge and the experiences of agriculture as well as business foundations. Northwest's faculty focuses on 4 core areas: agricultural finance, agricultural marketing, agricultural policy, and economics of agricultural production. Career opportunities in this field at Northwest include agricultural sales representative, grain merchandising, agricultural lender, operations manager, and claims adjuster. Find out more about an agricultural business major at Northwest Missouri State University.
And welcome back now here at the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you here again, set to start the final quarter of action here. Sidney up 56-32, and they just forced a punt here for East Mills. That gets blocked in the end zone. I believe that's Godfrey who comes up with the block, and he falls on it, so that's going to be
a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
That's going to be a touchdown for Sidney on special teams.
Well, he just came through free. The blocker couldn't handle him. He got right in on the punter and did a good job of smothering it, keeping the end zone, didn't go out the back. And Godfrey, big play right there on special teams, and put 6 more on the board now. The Cowboys lead by 30.
Godfrey, a couple of touchdowns on the offensive side, a sack on the defensive side. Now comes up with the blocked punt and the recovery there for the defensive touchdown. Makes it 62-32 now. Sidney up here over East Mills as we get just 3 seconds now here into the final quarter. And now the Cowboys get set here for the 2-point try.
Point after attempt.
And Sidney now looking to get that 35-point, that running clock rule now, Ethan.
Well, they're flirting with it right now as Whitehead is back in the game. He'll drop back, look to throw, looking to the end zone, looking for Colt Payne, and just out of reach. Can't quite haul it in, so he will stick here at 62-32 here. This one, Sidney up over East Mills. So with 11:57 left here, Sidney is looking pretty solid here, Brian. It's been an offensive clinic for them to come up with the big play there defensively. So it is been a pretty active game here tonight. We'll step aside here real quick. Back after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing. Much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to their communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. Well, to learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
And welcome back now here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Here, Sidney gets set to move this one away. They're after the block punt in the end zone there by Braden Godfried. 2-point conversion is no good, so we're sitting here at a 30-point ball game now. 62-32 your score. A little bit of a high blooper out here on the kickoff, and it's fielded here by Embray at about the 25. He'll bring it out to about the 33-yard line.
Again, Sidney coming in tonight, not quite sure what they were going to get. You saw that performance. They gave up 53 points to an East Union squad last week. Zach Thornburg starts the scoring. First play from scrimmage. He goes 47 yards. You're thinking, oh, here come the East Mill Wolverines. But Thornburg got hurt, kind of changed a little bit of the complexion of the game. But give credit to the Cowboys because they stuck strong. They had a couple turnovers and mistakes early, and they've rebounded since then. And really, since about the midway in the second quarter, Ethan, they just pretty much dominate, haven't they?
That has been the case now. East Mills first and 10 here, looking to try and get a little something going here. Urban's pass got tipped there, it looked like at the line there by Gabe Johnson.
And right now, if you're the Cowboys defense, keep everything in front, Ethan. Don't give any big plays. Let East Mills kind of nickel and dime down the field. The clock is your friend now. It's 11:48 to go in the fourth. You got a 30-point lead. What you don't want is get people behind you and let East Mills score kind of quickly in big chunks.
Going to be about 2nd and 10 now coming up here for the Wolverines after the incomplete pass there. As Urban now in the shotgun once more. Single receivers out wide, dropping back, looking to pass under some pressure there by Hensley. Gets away from it, rolling out to the near side, finds the edge, now has some space. Going to scramble out here to about the 31-yard line is where they say he went out. Go for the first down, a little bit more. Nice, about 15-yard scramble there from Urban.
Yeah, he got outside the containment right there, and we've seen the speed of Urban, and like I said, he's put a lot of miles on those legs tonight.
He has. I know he was dealing with some cramp issues earlier, also had a little staring maybe earlier as well, so he's fighting through some injuries toughing it out here a little bit here tonight is Urban here as we still got 11:40 left here in this final quarter of action here. So East Mills trying to get a little life here late in this one, down 30 at the moment.
Well, you get a score, an onside kick,
and you can
get your
quickly
hands
turn
on
it
the
around.
ball, you bet.
Urban in the gun now, singles out wide, and he's under some pressure immediately. That one got tipped again. There on that one was Elliott Ward on the immediate pressure, about a little blitz right there up the middle.
Well, you know, East Mills trying to go to that screen play several times, and the Cowboys coaching staff and, of course, their players are really laying that, hey, they're probably going to run this. Get your hands up as you approach the quarterback, and Urban trying to get that little flare swing pass out there, and the screen is just can't get over and just been knocked down a couple times. And Cowboys got to stay disciplined here, and like I said, they let Urban get out that one time, but other than that, they've done a pretty good job.
So 62-32 still your score here. 2nd and 10 as the Wolverines come to the line here at the Cowboys 30-yard line. Empty backfield shotgun here for Urban, going to keep it himself. Left side has some room, trying to find the edge back and bounce it back inside, or tried to at least. He is wrapped up there by Albright after a gain there of about 4.
Yeah, that was a much better job that time. Urban's got the speed to get to the outside. That time he forced him back in. That's where all the pursuit is. And the red and white clad Cowboys were able to gather him down for a shorter gain right there. Brings up 3rd and about 6 or 7, Ethan.
We'll call it a long 6 coming up. You're on 3rd down here for Sidney. As the Wolverines come to the line now, Urban once again empty backfield, single receivers out wide. Urban takes the snap, rolling back to his right side, looking to throw, has his man, hooks up on Vandenberg for a gain there of about 6, but it's going to be just about a yard short here of the first down, so 4th and short coming up here for the Wolverines.
Ball just short Fourth and about a half a yard.
15 yards now for Vandenberg through the air on a couple of catches. As the Wolverines look to try to punch this across. First down mark here, got about a yard to go, maybe even less than a yard actually. That'll be shotgun here for Urban, rolling out to the left side, trying to find the edge, and he is going to get there. Maybe it looks like he is. Looks like he just got across it there before a few Cowboys and were able to chase him down.
Yeah, he got just enough, about a half a yard that he needed. But he does extend the drive here as we get about the 10-minute mark, and East Mills trying with a little life to get something quick. They need to score here quickly. And then probably, like I said, tried an onside kick to get the ball back.
Just inside the red zone now, or the Wolverines just inside the 20 here. 1st and 10 with 10-11 left here in this ball game. And the gun wants more. Urban dropping back, looking to throw over the middle. Has his man hauling it in there. Jackson Membrane is wrapped up. They're just shy of the first down mark.
Well, there's a good sign. Zach Thornburg, of course, not in partial uniform, got a sling on his shoulder, but he does return to the sideline. So come out to support his team. Unfortunate that kind of worked out that way. We hope the prognosis is, better than it may just be a sprain or something. Maybe he can return to action in a few weeks. But good to see him up and moving and come out and support his team.
Certainly here now fighting second at about 1. Now, big hole here for Urban up the middle, weaving his way through a few defenders. He's going to fall all the way here to about the 1 yard line. Nice run. There, about 10 yards there for Urban.
Well, there's no quitting this Wolverine team, that's for sure, Ethan. They're going to try to punch this in and get a score.
And now East Mills looking to punch this in here.
Well, near the 1 yard line.
The clock runs down now, 9:14 left here in this one. They'll come to the line, Urban. Empty backfield, shotgun, single receivers out wide. He's going to try to keep it himself, but he's wrapped up really quickly. Might even be a loss of yards there as the big man, Isaac Hutt, comes off the edge. They're free. And
I had nobody on him. He just got a clear line backfield, and Urban had no chance and wrapped him up, as you mentioned, a loss of about 2 on that.
Going to bring up 2nd and goal now. Still just a few yards to go here for East Mills, trying to punch this one in. Urban once again in the gun. Looking to drop back, looking to throw. Anderson to rest, and it's going to be intercepted by Michael Hensley. And Hensley now will be wrapped up here at about the 8th flag is thrown. Wait on that one. So Michael Hensley, who has done it all tonight, has a receiving touchdown, 3 rushing touchdowns. Big kickoff return. Now he comes up with an interception.
That was one that Urban just kind of forced a little bit. He tried to get that to the flat, thought he had a receiver, but Hensley jumped under the route right there and gathered in. And we'll see what the flag is.
And official word comes in as a personal foul. And I believe I'm not 100% sure on what that.
Personal foul against the Cowboys.
That is going to be against the Cowboys, so I think. They're going to say
it would be post-possession, I think.
So I believe it does look like Sidney is going to keep. Sidney will keep possession here, so it is posted. It was a dead ball foul there against Sidney, so it'll just push him back here a couple of yards closer to their own goal line. So Hensley keeps the interception, so he has had himself quite the evening for his Cowboys. Here, been a big part of this 30-point lead they're holding on to here, but still a little dangerous territory here. Still got a bit of football left, 8.5 minutes, so I've got to be careful here if you're Sidney. Now give up an easy defensive touchdown.
Ball security paramount right here, Ethan. Get this going forward.
Whitehead and I formation here, pitches out to Hensley, who cuts it back inside and just, I will say,
that
just
was a
keeps
dangerous play call because that ball was pitched into the back of the end zone. If he's tackled, it's a safety.
That's going to be.
I thought you might see Whitehead with the quarterback's knee just to kind of get out, get out from the shadow of the end zone right there, but
or at least get some sort of forward momentum going on for Hensley or something like that. But instead, might have actually been a loss of a yard on that one. Hensley wrapped up right at about the 2.
We saw the last time a punt tried to come out of the end zone. East Mills got it blocked for a touchdown for the Cowboys. So I don't think Coach Thompson really looking forward to seeing if he punts out of his end zone here.
So now 2nd and about 11 coming up now here for the Cowboys. I formation. This time it'll roll out here for Whitehead. He's going to spin to the outside here, trying to find the edge. He's able to still spinning. There's like a little twister over there. I mean, I think he put on like maybe 4 or 5 spin moves there. It's a gain of about.
He's going to get up and just kind of stumble back to the huddle because he's spun around about 6 times.
There's a gain of about 5 or 6, maybe 5 on that one to bring up about a third and 5 coming up here for the Cowboys.
Coach Thompson doing a good job not having his guys rush to the line, trying to burn as much of the play clock as possible and, eat up as much of that 25-second and really shorten this game. You got a 30-point lead, 7 minutes to go here in the ball game, and the longer you hang on the ball, the harder it is for their team to score.
So now about 3rd and 5 for the Cowboys. I formation, Whitehead under center. Play action, dropping back, looking to throw to this near side, and just overthrows Godfrey, who had a couple of steps there on Embry in coverage, but it will fall harmlessly to the turf here and bring up at about 4th and 5.
And not only is it incomplete, but it does stop the clock, Ethan, so preserve some time for the Wolverines.
Indeed, here still got 7.5 minutes left here in this one. Still a 30-point ball game here. Sidney up over East Mills here in this final quarter of this 8-player District 10 matchup tonight. These two teams, of course, Sidney, and we'll have a flag here thrown before the snap. That's going to be a false start against Sidney. Or maybe a legal procedure potentially.
It might have been like an illegal snap right there. So all it does is really shorten it. Now it's going to make a tougher angle for the punter right now.
He's going to be in the back of the end zone now.
Let's see if the Wolverines pin their ears back and really come after this. You really got nothing to lose, do you?
At this point, no, you're just trying to find some points. You're down 30 at the moment. Colt Payne trying to have a tough situation here, and the Wolverines bring a few, and Payne does get this one away. And Embry feels it here at about the 33, and he takes a stumble just inside the 30, and he will be brought down.
Embry on the return.
And so the Wolverines will set up shop here inside in some good starting field, really good starting field position here at the Cowboys' 28-yard line.
While they're running out of opportunities, possessions, the clock, we're down to about 7 minutes. And like I said, Sidney will be content to let you kind of nickel and dime down the field, Ethan, chew up some time. East Mills needs big chunk plays right now.
Wolverines 1st and 10 coming up here, down 30 at the moment, 7:21 left here in this one. Schaefer gives the signals here to Urban.
Old school type of method this year. I mean, right now, because a lot of times they do all the hand signals and the signs and things like that. Coach Schaefer says, just come over here. I'm going to tell you exactly what I want and go back and let's run it.
Got 2 seconds on the play clock here. Urban got to get the snap off, and they will say he did not. As the play clock hits 0, that'll be.
Yeah, and Coach Schaefer not happy because they had the play ready to go, and then the linemen weren't up there, and the center didn't get a snap, and they've only got 1 timeout, so.
Yeah. So
1st and 15.
He's going to bring up 1st and 15 now here for the Wolverines. Moving back to about the 34. And the Cowboys his defense has wreaked some havoc. They've given up a few chunk plays that the Wolverines have been able to generate offensively, but you've had multiple guys get into the backfield. Mason Doval, Tate Mound, Braden Godfrey, Gabe Johnson, all have racked up a sack here tonight. Now here's Urban dropping back, 1st and 15, fires it deep, looking for Vandenberg, and just can't quite haul it in. Had it on his hands there.
Urban did everything right. He put that ball right on the hands of his receiver Vandenberg, and he just couldn't haul it in. That would have been the big chunk play, Ethan.
Yeah.
The Wolverines were looking for.
Just can't quite connect on that one, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 15 now here for the Wolverines.
I'm guessing when this night's over, not only is Caleb Berman's legs going to be sore, his arms going to be sore. He's swung it around tonight, hasn't he?
Tonight. I'm down for at least 24 pass attempts so far, and also plenty of attempts on the ground. At least I got him for 17 carries so far. Now he's going to try and keep it himself up the middle, and he is wrapped up quickly again there by Isaac Hutt. Lost of a couple there on that.
75. Isaac Hutt brings up 3rd down.
3rd down now coming up here for the Wolverines. Sidney makes a couple of substitutions. As it is 3rd and long here with 6:49 left. The clock will continue to run. Sidney holding on here to a 30-point lead here at the moment. The Cowboys looking to try to get their first win of the season. East Mills is looking to try to stay undefeated this year. After a win last week over West Harrison, now here's Urban dropping back under some pressure. Has to fire it off here to Embry, and that one looked like it nearly could have been intercepted. The flag will come in though again. So a couple of flags fly in actually. There's going to be some more contact there on that catch, or potential catch. A little underthrown from Urban as Embry again had to kind of come back into a couple of defenders. And
well, the one defender, I think, had a beat on it. Was looking for the interception, but I think he kind of clipped the receiver just a little bit right there, and that's probably what prompted the flag.
So that'll give East Mills some extra yardage here.
Gather their cars.
Get them all the way to what would have been about the first down marker anyways.
The concession stand. You go down there and they'll give you a ride down the hill.
So actually that'll be about 3rd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, it's not an automatic first down, but
not
it's
quite enough yardage.
It's a manageable 3rd down now.
Say about a 3rd and 1 coming in for the Wolverines. Now Urban in the gun. Couple receivers out wide, dropping back to pass under some duress. Little screen pass again, this time off the fingertips thereof his intended target there.
Brings that 4th down.
That'll bring up 4th and 1 now here for the Wolverines. Landon Gibbs is the intended target on that one, the freshman. So now 4th and a yard coming up for the Wolverines. Big conversion. Sidney looking to try to begin putting this game on ice. And Urban kept it himself. He's not going to get there. Looked like Elliott Ward dicing his way into the backfield there for the stop and the turnover on downs.
Nice job of the defense. They ran a little inside stunt right there, kind of anticipating maybe that quick run by Urban, and Cowboys snuff it out, and they get the ball back. And with 6 minutes to go here, basically, I think you're going to see a lot of ground and pound by the Cowboys here.
I would expect to see Hensley's name called quite a few times here, maybe even get some of your extra running backs involved potentially as well here this evening.
A little bit more tighter formation, line splits a little shorter.
They'll keep Hensley in the backfield for now. They'll give it to him here on the near side. Hensley has some space, cutting it back inside. It's going to be enough. Just shy of the first down marker, it looks like, wrapped up there by a couple of Wolverines there on that stop. Caleb Mills and also Sheldon Vandenberg there in the stop. It is going to be enough for the first down, actually, so call it a gain of 10 there for Hensley.
Hensley's been a jack of all trades tonight. He's had a major impact on several facets of this game, Ethan, and now you turn to him, and what a luxury the Cowboys have to give him the ball here to close out a game.
Early 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again up the middle. He's going to stiff arm a couple of defenders there. He's going to fall forward for a gain of about 6.
The only mistake he had was that one strip fumble in the first quarter that East Mills was able to capitalize. Other than that, he's played a really solid game tonight.
I would say Coach Thompson would say he's made up for that and more here since that fumble here. So get to 5.5 left now here in this one.
And they won't snap this ball with, they'll get about 4 or 5 seconds left on the play clock. They want to burn as much clock, and if you can get 6-7 yards at the pop right now, they can just march this game and march it right out.
Play number 3 of this drive coming up. They'll give it to Hensley again. Has some room on that far side. Finds the edge. Is going to be eventually.
The coach will be a little disappointed that he ran out of bounds. That's the one thing to say. Hey, go down in bounds. Keep the clock running.
Called a game though about 13 before he gets pushed out. So now he's just adding to the stats. So get you the number here real quick.
Well, he's got to be approaching 150 yards.
I would say 159 is what I got him down for. 24 carries so far tonight. 159 also.
Plus the receiving yards.
I said over 100 receiving yards tonight also. So he has been.
He's got an interception.
Has an interception. Yeah. He had that big kickoff return. He had an interception, as you mentioned. So he has done a lot tonight for this Cowboys team, and also, of course, Whitehead is connected with a few different guys. Also, Cole Payne also on a couple of nice deep balls. So those two guys have been going well. Split backfield here. This time they give it here to Godfrey, and Godfrey is going to be wrapped up here for a loss of a couple yards.
It's probably just Hensley says, Coach, I need a break. Just let me rest for a play or two here.
So good play of that drive. Going to result in about a 2nd and 12 now here as the clock gets under 5 minutes.
So the biggest thing right now for the Cowboys is, one, no penalties to stop the clock. Stay in bounds.
Yep.
Ball security is paramount. two hands around the ball. You got a 30-point lead. The only way East Mills even has a remote chance is if you turn the ball over, let stuff happen and just grind this out.
Now they'll give it. This time here they get some extra legs in the backfield. Elliott Ward on that carry. It's going to be a gain of nothing on that one. Maybe a gain of 1. It's going to bring up still third and 12 here for the Cowboys.
No gain on the play, 3rd down 11.
We get under the 4-minute mark and Sidney might elect even on 4th, if it's 4th and 8, 4th and 9, they might go ahead and go for it anyway to burn a little extra 20, 30 seconds. Not maybe allow like a punt return or something that might be a busted coverage or a block punt. So
the Cowboys will come to the line here with about 7 seconds left on the play clock now. 3rd and about 11 along, maybe 12 now. Now they'll go in the gun here for Whitehead. He'll drop back looking to pass, gives it off to the screen here, pass here to Hensley, and Hensley has some room over the middle, makes a defender miss, stays on his legs for a little bit longer. He's going to get all the way down here to about just inside the 15, about the 14-yard line.
Nice safe call, short pass right there. Hensley, even if he gets brought down, he's going to get a little bit of gain. He breaks a couple tackles, and tell you what, he has not looked like he's slowed down at all either. His speed is as impressive in the fourth quarter as it is in the first quarter.
He has been impressive for the Cowboys tonight. Now, of course, that will also keep the clock rolling here. Get under 3.5 left now.
On the 16-yard line.
Now inside the red zone here to about the 16. So about a gain of 14 on that last one now. And they'll hand it off to Hensley this time, and he's going to shake off a couple of initial tacklers, gets through a 3rd, and now he's going to carry a couple of Wolverines defenders all the way down here to about the 5. Just inside that first down mark, so it's going to be 1st and goal coming up here. Another big 10-yard gain there.
Coach Tom started this game and said, hey, Mr. Hensley, I need you to get about 160 yards on the ground. Give me some yards passes. Maybe play really good defense, and I can do that. Yes, I can, Coach. And, boy, he's delivered, hasn't he?
The junior has come up real big for the Cowboys here in this performance. Big part of the reason they're up by 30 over what was a pretty highly projected East Mills team coming into this year. So we'll see what the Cowboys can do here now. 1st and goal from about the 6-yard line here. Whitehead dropping back, looking to throw to the corner of the end zone. Has his man, and it is hauled in there by Andreas Buttrey for Whiteheads. I believe that is going to be his 3rd passing touchdown of the night. So Sidney extends their lead here to 68-32.
And we will have a running clock here for the last 2.5 minutes. It's reached the 35-point threshold. So,
point after attempt for the Cowboys.
8-yard, about a 60-yard drive there for Sidney. Results in the touchdown, extends their lead here 68-32 with just under 2.5 left. Now the 2-point try. This time they will give it off here to Gabe Johnson, who shakes off a tackler and waltzes into the end zone. So now 70-32. Here's Sidney up over East Mills. And so we'll step aside here real quick. We'll have the rest of the fourth quarter coming up after this here on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com.
Family, they're always there when you need them. We feel the same about banking. At PCSB, we believe in building relationships that never close. That's why we offer ITMs with extended hours and a breadth of digital services for your convenience. But it's our people who create a true connection with our community. We don't stop working for you when the workday is done. We're always your bank, and we're always working for you. PCSB, we believe in you. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. Member FDIC.
Chronic respiratory condition? Rogers Pharmacy can provide what you need. Rogers Pharmacy offers a full line of respiratory equipment like oxygen, BiPAP, CPAP, and nebulizers. Rogers Pharmacy isn't a big box pharmacy where you may have to wait for days and weeks to get what you need. They're a full-service, independent, family-owned pharmacy, and they go above and beyond to offer you the quality service and products you deserve. See Rogers Pharmacy in Tarkio, Maryville, Mound City, St. Joseph, and Stanberry, Missouri. Visit Rogers Pharmacy online at rogersrx.com.
Welcome back here into the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you. It's been a marathon tonight, but we've stuck with you after some technical difficulties earlier, but we've been in here with you through what has been a long game here tonight between these two teams. It is fielded here at about the 15 by the Wolverines on the ensuing kickoff after that Sidney score, and it'll get out to about the 24 there on that one. Gibbs on the return. for the Wolverines.
Well, Ethan, that technical difficulty feels like it happened yesterday.
It has been a hot minute since that situation here in Sidney has been really pretty dominant in all facets of the game so far. They had, of course, the block punt that resulted in a touchdown for special teams. They've come up big, clutch moments on defense. Of course, that interception there from Hensley late. And then obviously, you just got to mention Hensley. He's been all over the field tonight. And Whitehead, I believe, is up to 4 passing touchdowns also. So this
he's done some things with his legs as well on the ground, too.
Had a 60-yard touchdown.
Let's look ahead. Next week, Cowboys will be at Griswold, which, they got some momentum going. And East Mills is going to host an always competitive CAM team right here. So we'll see how Coach Schaefer is going to handle now with Caleb Urban now probably going to be your primary quarterback, at least, for several weeks. And Coach Thompson, I think, is probably starting to work out some things like, hey, where can we get these guys the ball and be effective? And if our defense can shut teams down, hey, they're going to be effective. Right now, all they know is they're 1-0 in their district right now.
Right. Certainly, I would say that is something worth the mention here. This is, of course, an all-important district game here for these two teams. So Sidney starting off right here, at least in district play. So East Mills, it looks like, is going to just try and let this clock run here. I believe they took a knee on that first down play, so 2nd and 10 now for East Mills, and Urban will let that play clock run down here. I do believe he's going to be able to get through at least the 3rd and 4th down here to get us to the end of this one here. So this will be the final series, most likely here between these two squads. Well, Sidney has just posed their will particularly late here, and obviously, we do have to mention, of course, East Mills was without there really was going to be kind of their star athlete this year. Zach Thornburg exited the game early with an injury. Did, of course, make his way back to the sideline here to try to show some support for his teammates late here in this one. But now the teams will head to the sideline now as the clock ticks down to 15 seconds. More than that left on the play clock. So the Sidney Cowboys are going to be walking away with a phenomenal 70-32 win tonight here over their district opponent, East Mills. 70-32 the final score. Sidney wins big in this one. Some of your big contributors on the night, of course, Grant Whitehead, 4 touchdowns for him on the night. Also had a big 60-yard run. Michael Hensley, 4 all-purpose touchdowns for him on the night. Braden Godfrey also picked up a couple of scores for him as well. So we'll step aside real quick, 30 seconds, have some final post-game thoughts coming up after this here on the KMA video stream at KMA.
My name is Dr. Katie Greer, and I am an orthopedic surgeon specializing in foot and ankle surgery at Shenandoah Medical Center. At SMC, we are able to offer a wide range of treatment options to reduce pain and improve mobility, including surgery, pain-relieving injections, and specialized physical therapy. To learn more about all of the orthopedic services provided at Shenandoah Medical Center, please call us at 712-246-7400.
Welcome back here to the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Once again, Sidney big-time winners here tonight, 70-32 here over East Mills on the road. Big district win. They start 1-0 on the year in district play. And Ryan, obviously, Sidney just kind of grabbed the momentum, and they just kind of ran with it throughout the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a cloud of frustration, disappointment hanging over the Wolverines. They had such a great start with Zach Thornburg. He gets knocked out, end up being a broken collarbone, so he's out, for significant weeks. It can change the whole complexion of the game, really, because it thrusts another guy in. But Caleb Urban really stepped up. Yep. It's got to make Coach Schaefer happy. But Michael Hensley, was he the difference maker? And that Sidney team really rallied, and they got a big win on the road tonight here in East Mills.
Certainly. As I mentioned, Sidney moves to 1-1 on the year. As I mentioned, they'll be going to Griswold next week. Meanwhile, East Mills falls to 1-1 on the year, and they will be heading to all the always competitive CAM next week. So that'll do it for us here tonight from Malvern. For all of us here at KMA Sports and Brian Bertini, this is Ethan Hewitt signing off. We'll have more on this game coming up later on tonight at KMAland.com.